anime ending. First non-anime ending.
Yeah, first non-anime ending. Yeah, true. Should have a special intro for this one.
For notes, I put, we enter Solheim and go shopping, and Arthur beats Harold to death.
Yeah.
That should be, you know. There's some Arthur lore, but I know it, so I don't.
Oh man, I should have took note of the names of the people we're looking for.
I could tell you.
Just
if Dana would have remembered.
Damn me. Well, yeah,
well we didn't start yet. I can just tell you we're going. Finnick, Red Tiefling.
Let me get to my part where I can write this in the notes.
Evening. I don't think Cole's there still, so it's okay. Or no, I can see he's on. Oh, there he is.
I don't think Cam's here, I'm gonna start anyway. Then when Cam actually joins, I'll go to the screen.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna record Discord screen for now.
We got professional voice actor / Squidward voice actor.
Forward slash Plankton / Mr.
Mr. Krabs.
I'm waiting for the Patrick drop.
Ooh, that's tough.
Patrick will never I need the Larry the Lobster drop.
Lock in.
Yeah,
I like Plankton. I like Squiddy, by the way. Those were both fantastic.
Go then lock in.
Oh. Are we going straight into acting?
Yeah.
So.
Son of
Where we last left off. Discordia. Well, you guys made your way to the slums of Solheim after doing some shopping around, getting some minor magic items, getting some new weaponry, some poisons. Fauna, you had a fun little interaction with a Grey Forbolg with similar ears to yours. As you went into the slums, Arthur, you, along with the rest of Discordia, made your way specifically to Beth's location, Beth's home, her general store. And then you, after getting some jams and handing that out to the poor people of the area, not poor, the homeless people of the area, you make your way to your old family house. Your old family house where you took your flowers, said some things to your deceased mother at her grave, read her the story she used to read to you all those times ago, donned a new magical amulet of the Dawn Father, had some lunch together, and you split into three. Fauna and Roman, her pupper, stayed at the Noxtress home, while Eskra and I almost called you Nozo. Nico, make your way to the Ashfordshire to look to the Ashfordshire, and the team of Arthur, Tyga, and Dalen make your way to continue looking through the slums. Your two teams are looking for one of two individuals. One who is described as a tiefling man who wears a black eye patch, possibly has a gun tucked to the side, and is wearing some brown leathers. Or a small goblin girl with large yellow eyes. Nico and Eskra, you located that there was a sighting. I was getting some information from one of the guards. There was a sighting of said man near the mines. That's usually where he likes to go and smoke some of his good stuff. As for Arthur, Tyga, and Dalen, you, searching through the slums, didn't necessarily find any information, although everyone else other than Eskra and Nico have heard through Eskra talking to the Sending Stone that the location to look is the old mine. But you three, specifically Arthur, located a man of his past, a human knight donning the yellows of the bird's eye, the visage of Harold Joffrey, the man who aided in torturing Arthur in his younger years, and he was attempting to, from what it seemed like, punish a young boy for stealing by cutting off his hands. As his young sister watched on, Arthur then led said man to a small alcove sort of area, a little alleyway, circled in alleyway. As Taiga and Dalen watched from a little ways away, as Arthur began to torture this man to death. Taiga, you attempted to get his attention, but after the first one didn't seem to work, Dalen, you attempt to push Taiga's crossbow down. Taiga, the two of you walk into the alleyway to confront Arthur. Though as the conversation continues to go on, the man Harold, with his guts spilled to the floor, the electrical current still lightly crackling off of the stomach, and the chest now concave, broken inward, as bone and viscera and flesh are hanging off of the body, the yellow cape now stained, the red and almost green like veins that pop out around the eyes of this deceased man. Lay at your feet, Arthur, your black gauntlets coated in red. As the storm continues to blow, the snow continues to fall. That's where we pick up, with you three in this bloodied, white and red alleyway.
Arthur fell to his knees and he flicked the blood off his hands. He's kind of sitting on his knees looking forward at Harold.
Taiga's going to walk and inspect Harold, what remains.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Investigation. That is a 17.
17. You check the body. You do find tucked in the side a small pouch. You open it, and it's a pretty hefty pouch, maybe closer to like a purse that was like hanging off of the side of the belt. Inside, you find a decent amount of gold. You find about 42 gold sitting on the pocket of this man. You find a small, it looks like a silver locket, but it looks rusty. And give me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, a sleight of hand check. Okay. I'm pretty bad at that.
This thing's gonna rust in your hand. They're gonna fall to bits.
Ooh, it was a pretty bad roll though. 14.
14, okay. Barely beats it. As you go to
I rolled a 4.
instinctually just open up the locket, you notice the heavy rust that's on the outside of the latch, and you slowly try to just wear away a little bit of it, and you open it. It's a slight creak, and you see inside a small drawing of what seems to be a young girl, but by the way that the picture is not only stained by some form of alcohol, it is also how rusty and how long it's probably been shut. You don't know when was the last time this locket probably meant to this man. It might have been a long time since in the forgotten thing that was at the bottom of the bag underneath all the gold. Other than that, continue to pat around. You still see his short sword that has kind of been kicked to the side. He had no shield on him, but if you do want to, he still dons the colors of the bird's eye. Arthur, you rip to the front of his shirt off. The emblem like the front portion, it was sort of just ripped straight down, so it's still intact. It's not like disenchanted. It's not disassembled. So you still find the actual icon of the bird's eye, but other than that, you find just some small folded up papers of like the what to do for the day checklist. That's what you find.
Dalen will go ahead and walk up to the other side of the body, where Tyke is, and he's just standing there with his staff, kind of looking down at everything. Look over at Arthur. Is he just kind of still on the ground?
Yeah, he's on the ground. It looks like he's like shaking. Adrenaline's probably still coursing through him pretty heavy right now. But he's gonna start to come to his feet. Because I'm not gonna say the reason. He just starts to come to his feet.
Yeah. And say, Dalen, just look at him. Look at him. And try and catch his attention with just his eyes, kind of really just.
Yeah, he'll see you.
Is this who you are now? Is this what you want?
You don't know one half of the things this man has done. If you did, you'd be thanking me, as these people will. This man was pure evil.
I don't care that you killed him, Arthur. But it doesn't feel right how you did it.
This man doesn't know what mercy is. So I didn't give him any. He didn't earn any. He was about to chop that boy's hands off in the alleyway for stealing. He tortured me for months. And I'm sure he's killed dozens of other children here. He doesn't think that we're human, that we're beings. He doesn't care. We're nothing. So he's nothing. And I treated him like that.
You treated him, kind of look away from you and look down at him like he treated you.
How he treated dozens, maybe hundreds. That's the difference.
At you, I'm gonna say. It brings you one step closer to being like him, even if the reason's different.
I'm nothing like him, and I will never be like him. I think there's a miscommunication here, Dalen.
I'm not saying you're going to torture the innocent, but you now are a torturer.
If I torture the man who tortures hundreds, who's in the wrong? Because it isn't me. And I don't feel bad. I would do it again.
I want you to feel bad, Arthur.
Then what's the goal?
To stop a moment and think.
You don't think I've been thinking for 7 years what I would do if I caught Harold Joffrey? Do you think that I didn't understand what I was doing?
Did you think about after? About us? About having to deal with now that we've killed a man? A guard?
Yes, so step aside. I'm gonna go up with the bag of holding and I'm gonna start picking up his armor and everything that shows that he's from the bird's eye in a resemblance. I'm gonna put it in the bag of holding.
I'll just wait.
His helmet, his chest is...
I'll stop you for a second, actually. Right when you start, when I get the idea of what you're doing, can I just stop? Wait, let me try something.
What?
I'm going to try casting Dilate Time specifically on his clothing to try and deteriorate it as much as possible. If possible,
we could just burn it.
Get rid of it.
Okay.
Before they do this, can I get the gold and the locket?
Of course.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say
I would
I
try
can
to
sneakily
take-
do it if I have to.
in my head you kind of did that before.
Yeah, he probably
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
just those two.
I'm not
It's
looking
just
at the locket or the,
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I get all the pieces of his half plate and his helmet, which I purposely left intact, mainly. So, just
with
make sure.
time, Dalen, you were able to sort of deteriorate the remainder of the excess clothing. So like the pants and like the what he would wear underneath his armor. You're trying to get rid of.
just
Or-
anything that's like, if it's not like a piece of armor, if it can be used to identifying, I'm trying to get rid of it.
Okay. So anything
I would
small-
want to take the one piece of where I had the bird's eye, like the scrap, had the scrap of the bird's eye from his shirt. I would want to take that too.
Sure. I'm not gonna stop you.
And any
I'll just clean up what's left.
all the yellow that was adorning the body, you deteriorated. Any sort of metals or anything that were sort of, he had like two small metals that were underneath the armor that were ripped and thrown to the side. You find you turn to dust.
How's his face look?
His face is, his eyes are kind of bulging out in like a pinkish red. There are bits of dark red and green veins that are popped out around the eyes, and his mouth is open and slew with his tongue sort of draped to the side, sort of like a shocked expression.
Does he look identifiable?
He does look identifiable.
You're gonna want to look away. They can't identify him. Do you guys turn away or not?
Yeah. What's up?
Not Tiger.
Dalen, make a perception check.
Perception.
Ooh. Nat 20 for a 22.
Holy frick!
Ooh, he's got one eye, bro.
Yeah, this
So,
guy.
Suddenly conscious that there might be people.
His chakra's open.
As you, I told the turn around, you turn. Your instinct is to wait. Someone. You check the entranceway, and you see two little heads that kind of poked around the corner. Dart back on the other side.
I'm going to look over and see if anybody else noticed, like Tyga or Arthur. And this life, I'm guessing they're not looking, so I'm just gonna kind of like walk over that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna stomp this guy's face in, or punch it. Actually,
Jeez.
Make a
like those cranberries, you know, when you're stepping on it. Is that what you're doing?
yeah. Well, I'm trying to make him unidentifiable, so I'm trying to punch his face.
I don't
Beyond
know.
I
what he
feel like
already
it's
is.
already identifiable, but okay.
I don't know if you really need to roll for it. There's nothing you can do to stop you.
Yeah. Well, he
so-
said his face is identifiable. That's why I'm saying.
Make it unidentifiable.
So you
Yeah,
just-
that's.
Yeah, make it just.
Dalen, as you are walking away, the heavy sounds of metal meeting flesh and bone cracking echo behind you as you walk towards the mouth of
As
the
I'm getting-
entrance.
Yeah, as I say, I'm just getting closer. Little ones.
You see as you look around the corner two of the same little boy and little girl. They're kind of ducked around. As they see you coming around, their instinct is to try and run away. Well,
Wait.
stop.
Wait. I'm not here to hurt you. Hey. And I'm gonna kind of lay my staff down and get down on like a knee. Just almost like you would like a dog, you know, you're holding out your hand almost, but not like holding out my hand, just kind of like. That man wasn't good. I don't know what you saw. But you didn't.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage, because these were the kids that he was.
Ooh.
threatening.
Or
I was about to
else.
say, no shot they rat on him and they're about to friggin' murder him.
I'm gonna kill you two instead if you say
Yeah.
so.
I rolled the exact same both times. 15 plus 3, 18.
Good.
Woo.
The little girl sort of gets behind what you can ascertain to be her brother, and he like holds one hand like in front of her, and he
Good. I'm gonna take out. How much is a meal here?
as far as like the
General cost.
of the slums.
Mm,
few copper.
I'm gonna take out 2 silver. And I'm just gonna kind of get close and like hand it to him like this, where it's like I'm keeping it hidden. There's only the 2 coins, so it'd be quiet and just take care of yourselves. Don't let anyone know you have this.
They take it.
Go before somebody comes.
They turn and start running, and the little girl stops, turns around, and goes, "Thank you." Before running back with her brother.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
And
He'll flick
after
his glove off.
yeah, he is impossible to distinguish from a beaten-in watermelon.
I'm gonna unbutton my gauntlets too, and then put them in the bag of holding because they're all gross.
I'll come back
And
around
it-
the corner now.
Yeah, am I covered in blood, like body-wise?
Body-wise, even your upper arms, to an extent, your lower thigh area.
Okay, I'm gonna take out the little water canteen thing I have. I'm gonna try to get it off. Some.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best. I also have prestidigitation.
That would
so-
work better.
I'll do that.
Would work better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
have you always said that?
I feel like we're getting to gore levels where it's like goopy at this point.
I'll keep. That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
I'll keep using that, and I guess combo with
Okay.
water.
Okay.
I don't really know how prestidigitation
Okay.
works.
So you kind of flick your hands, and the viscera and gunk and meat chunks that are sort of ordaining your chest are just sort of magically dissipated in a flash of light. And for the it'll take some time to get it all off, but for the most part, you get it taken care of. We're gonna move to. I'm gonna move to Fauna first. So, Fauna, a little whiles back, a little ways back, you heard in your ear, or your sending stone is a normal rock, correct? You didn't change it?
Yeah, it's in my bag of holding usually.
Oh, okay. Is it still in your bag of holding?
Yeah, for sure.
So what are your plans? Oh, I see. You know what? Let's do this then.
Wait, isn't it a sending spell?
No,
or is
just
it
the
slipped into the
stone, doesn't
stone?
it?
I think it's.
You mean Eskra's?
No, just the stone.
Oh.
Just
Estra
how it
has
works.
mine.
Yeah.
It's
And then remind me because we might have to move to the next person here. Remind me of the essence of your animal spell. You gave the animal a message. The animal goes to the.
The animal goes.
And-
If
but-
the animal finds the person and says it to
Yeah.
them, they do not return.
They do not
If they
return.
don't, they come back.
Okay.
So I know. So if they don't come back, they either died or
Okay.
they got the message. off.
So Discordia, with Fauna staying here, what is the game plan for Fauna? Was someone going to go back and get her, or was they just going to be sort of hope she has the sending stone?
I'm
action?
chill. I'm
I-
chill.
I guess actually probably Eskra and Cam are probably better for this question.
Well, I know Esker sent a message to everybody, and they said they're on their way to the old mine.
Okay. I would have. I guess if they said that they are at the old mine, I probably would have went back first. I'm gonna go to Hookah's too. I would have gone back, got Eskra or Fauna
Okay.
after.
Okay.
bodies in the sending, the bag of holding, my bag of holding. Right?
Oh, Fauna's
Oh no,
Console?
the body is in your bag of
body.
holding. Yeah. And it's around my waist.
okay. Then actually, let's escape Fauna. If I almost called Kim zero. Nico, you need to choose a different
No.
formula. You need to choose a different formula for
Yeah.
your
Yeah. These
No,
O's at the
they're
end.
like completely different.
No Zo, zero, Nico.
Oh,
Eskra and Nico. Since you guys are you heading straight to the old mine, correct?
Yes.
Then let's go back to we'll come back to you guys later as well. And we'll so Arthur, the bodies in Dalen's bag, the bits of the symbol of the bird's eye are also in Dalen's bag?
Well, I would have asked them. I'd be like, should I put the body in the bag and dump it somewhere else, or just leave it here? It's fairly unidentifiable.
He's not got anything on him that could identify him as a guard at this point, right?
No more.
Would have stripped bro naked. Seriously.
And then melted whatever was left.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of like look down at him. How often are there dead bodies in the slums?
How often are dead bodies in the slums?
Not especially common, but it's not uncommon either.
How's the wildlife looking here? Is there like rats and things that would eat this body, or no?
Make a perception check.
Cool. Ashton Greymore, don't fail me. Okay, Ashton is not that good. Perception? Oh, my perception went up, 14.
14. There are a number of rats and like vulture-like birds that are around here time to time. You imagine eventually, a combination of those and insects, they'll find it.
Okay.
You don't know how long until it's gone, but
This is my thought process. The smart thing is to put it in the bag, but here's the thing: getting this goopy mess into the bag, it's not even going to be all one thing, is it?
You'd be taking the lower half of the body, and that's about it.
Yeah, like, is that real?
your choice. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the way the body is now, you just probably pick up the majority of what it is and toss it in.
It'd be like arms and legs.
Yeah, I'll take the defining parts, so there's less for the things to eat.
Okay.
And then I would add Tyga.
Tiger just looks at him.
Can I get that 20 gold that I gave him?
So Tiger, you gave him how much gold? 30 gold?
20. So you had 60 gold instead of 40, right?
Oh, so like, okay.
Because he gave the guard 20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here, Tyga tosses all the gold, and it just drops it. Here's your reward. Come, step up and claim it.
I'll slowly pick up the bag. I'll take out the 20 gold. My reward was his death. And I'll hand the bag back.
Tyga doesn't get it.
It's here when you want
It's
it.
yours.
It's here when you want it. What exactly do you disapprove of?
You're questioning me now.
I did something righteous, and yet I'm under attack.
I'm not attacking you. For one, I'm
Well, not,
sorry about the trauma you had to live again. But I'm done talking to you right now.
conversation for a different time, I guess.
I'm gonna try and find what we were supposed to do. You should probably take a walk.
I'll do what I need to do.
Of course, of course. You're not gonna listen to me anyway.
I'm gonna go to hookah,
Tiger's walking. He's walking already.
and then I'll get fauna.
When Taiga walks off, wait a beat, and then Dalen.
What is that?
I said, when Taiga walks off, Dalen waits a beat and just, Arthur, I'm not condemning anything you've done. I'm not coming at you. I'm just scared.
Of what?
What this could lead to. I saw a side of you I haven't.
You've seen that side of me, Dalen. You've seen when Esmeralda came out of the library. You stopped me yourself. This
I
is a
stopped you
surprise
then.
for what reason?
It's not a surprise, Arthur. I'm just...
Did you not hear my oath?
I did.
Because I got greeted with smiles, but as soon as you see me actualize it, it's too much for you.
Arthur,
Too much for both of you.
stop defending. Stop being so defensive. I'm just... I'm not used to this. I've enacted my own revenge. I killed Siren. I am the last person who can cast judgment on you. You helped me do it. But that and this feels different. And I don't know why. I cannot give you the words. But it scares me.
It's because Sirens is quick.
Maybe.
Tell me, if Siren had blown up Nox, and you had to go clean up her viscera and bury it, would you have been so swift with his death?
I don't know. I can't say that I would have. But I can't say that it'd be right to do it either.
Look in my mind.
I'll cast Detect Thoughts.
I'm going to close my eyes and imagine the moments in the dungeon when Harold was holding the torch to me and melting my flesh. And then also it's like going through thoughts when he was plucking out my scales, all that. I'm gonna think of that.
Let me just check real quick here.
Do you have a spell slot?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm just reading the spell to see like how in depth this is. I don't feel anything. I just see it. So yeah, I guess I get a just flashbacks of that. I'm just kind of like had my eyes closed, like listening.
I would have also thought of my mother in her bed dead. On repeat. Nearly every night.
Nayland would just kind of nod. Look at the gore that's left. And start walking.
I would have started to walk toward Hookah. I think... I don't know who he started walking with, if it was Vince or with... Or Vince.
Nayland would go with you.
Taiga or...
Ah, Vince, my favorite D&D
I know.
character.
So, Taiga, you're going towards the mine?
I am, but I also just be looking out if I see the kid and the girl. But if I don't see them, that's fine.
Make a perception check.
I don't think I see them. 8.
You're walking around with a combination of just a lot of emotions at the moment. You look around and you have a feeling that those kids probably ran away and tucked away somewhere where no one could hurt them anymore. Probably. But you kind of shake your
Then
head off.
I'll just shake my head off. I look back at the locket and just... It's already... I already opened it, right? I'm just gonna kind of just keep glancing at it while I'm walking towards the mine.
Sure. Sure. If you're looking for someone who matches the sort of description, you're not the mine. There's not too many. There's no one that really matches the exact description. There's some that may be a little close, but ultimately you don't get quite there yet. But what you will do, Nico, Eskra, as you are traveling back through the slums, and you, who has the map? Dalen.
I have the labeled map, and I think the other one as well, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you have
Make both of you two make investigation checks for me. Investigation or perception, your choice. Or history check. Any of those three.
Ooh, okay.
Oh shit.
It's 6.
Okay.
So I can just like choose who I have the best plus then.
Yeah, that was a +3
We
as
won't
well.
do investigation,
Yikes.
and we won't do hit. Okay, so we're gonna go with the 12.
Okay. So
These are-
you know the general idea of what you remember on the map. It was kind of hard to miss. The old man was in the bottom left of the entire map. But it takes a while to kind of picture that in like actual like where you need to go as far as streets and like which way it leads to the bottom left, which way is southwest.
And also, me and Nico are probably arguing about which direction to go. I'll be like, hey, wasn't it supposed to be this way? And Nico's trying to point to the right.
I
We take
think
a
we
left.
missed-
We're supposed to go straight
I think we
regardless.
missed our turn.
I
I swear it's
Yeah.
back there.
think we're a little
It
lost.
takes you a good half an hour ish to. This actually kind of works out. It's a good half an hour ish to get to the mines, which is around the same time that all of the things with Arthur and whatnot occur. So, Taiga, as you're sort of looking down at your, glancing down at your, at the, goodness, the word always
Locket,
eludes me.
locket.
Thank you, locket, the locket.
Mhm.
And you start to glance up, you see the bright yellow Arakakra and the black and red outfit of Eskra. As you come to sort of pinch at this large stone, sort of like a small, almost like a small rocky hill. It has a large sort of opening, and some of these like tracks, like minecart tracks that come out of the cave and stay by some seemingly abandoned crates. As you see Eskra and Nico approaching.
Who is it? Just Venza or Taiga there,
Yes.
or is it? Okay.
You two.
Oh, hello, Taiga. Where's the rest of them?
We split up. I've been trying to find any connections. I found nothing.
Is that the mine shaft? Was it called, or what was it?
It's an old mine. So yeah, it's a mine shaft, mine cave.
Have you seen anybody near the mines or no?
I did, right? That's what you were saying earlier, Brandon?
Well, all three of you have kind of just gotten there, so none of you actually like looked inside. You guys are on the outside, sort of about 15 to 20 feet from the actual mouth of the cave.
I've only been around, but I haven't been inside yet. You guys want to go with me?
Yeah, since we're here.
Okay. I hope you can handle it, Birdman. I know your kind don't like the depths.
Well, for anything, man.
As you go up towards, give me a perception, or I'll give you a perception check for all three of you.
All right, we gotta stop this
Okey.
perception stuff.
Perception, give me some perception.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see how perceptive you are.
That's
I need to
better.
use
Thank you.
Kiwami Eye, bro. I can't use
we
my
left
own
our
eye.
most perceptive character sitting in a house by herself.
Wait, I can guidance.
Not bad.
You could guide
Hey.
us.
It's better, not by much. 8.
What's guidance again? I'm totally forgot.
8. Well, who you?
Wait, I give guidance to everyone?
You can give it to one person.
Oh yeah. Who are you picking?
Me? What the fuck?
Oh wait, I would use guidance on myself.
That's such a great.
Did you roll? Did you roll? He didn't roll yet, but because
Oh,
you already
never
rolled.
mind.
It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
matter. It actually doesn't matter.
Okay, what?
I
Okay,
got
so
a
you rolled an
one.
8, Esker. You gotta roll the 1. What's your roll, Tyga?
5.
Okay,
Holy frick,
let's
bro.
you guys go
Oh.
looking in the caves.
Oh
searching
wait.
Yo, this
wait,
is Dalen
yeah, wait.
initiative rolls.
Brandon, guidance. You can use it before or after
Yeah,
making the ability check.
Then roll some guidance.
I got a 14.
It's an 11.
11. Okay.
Does that do anything?
That's not bad. That's not
The
bad.
14's not bad.
Slightly
Who-
above
who-
average.
Who the 14?
Me.
Oh, that's
thought you
that's
rolled a
better.
one.
I got a 14
Yeah.
minus 1.
Dude, I rolled
and
a
then
2.
I rolled a guidance and got 1.
Oh,
So I got
you,
14.
I actually rolled a 1.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
14 is good. You go searching, and you guys are discombobulated. It's like somewhat dark in here. The cave like feels.
Wait, even
oddly-
with my superior dark vision.
Oh no, for you it's fine. For you it's fine. But for you specifically, you have a lot of thoughts going through your head. For the rest of them, it's just I don't know too much. I guess.
Our flashlights invented.
That's fair.
There's
In Arcivus.
an Arcivus, yes.
Would my character know about
no,
the
no,
item?
No.
Um,
I'm DM. I'm
I would
Light a
say
torch.
so. All right.
Light a
Wait,
torch.
someone's got to make something that lights up places.
I mean, I can.
Click of a
I
button.
can put his torch up for this disabled bird. You know.
But as you go in, Nico, and you're looking around, a scent is the first thing you notice with your perception check rather than a sight. You smell what smells sort of like a combination of like a. It's somewhere between spicy and sweet. It's somewhere in between there.
Something smells spicy and sweet.
Yeah, and you see kind of kneeling, or I guess sitting down, one leg sort of bent up, the other one straight out. This sort of tucked behind a couple crates is this red tiefling figure, eye patch draped across the left eye, a black heavy trench coat that's sort of the sleeves rolled up. He's sort of blackish brown pants that are tucked into these just below the knee leather boots that seems to match the description pretty well of the tiefling man that you were sent to look for, as he is behind one of the crates, leaned up against it, eyes closed, one hand draped over the knee that's raised with seemingly some sort of a longish bud, maybe like a some sort of something that's kind of sat between the two fingers. You hear like a light like snoring.
I will point that out to them. That's the one
I will.
What? What?
right there.
What
Where's
was this
there?
guy's name again?
Is it Finnick?
Phoenix, the name.
Phoenix.
I'll clear my throat loudly, try to get his attention. Just
I start playing music.
You can play music. I will say before you play music, Esker, make an insight check for me.
Whoa.
Nope.
That fell.
Nico's the traitor. I knew it.
Finally.
What?
Someone caught on finally.
That is
He's the
a
chameleon.
14.
He's the chameleon too.
14. He seems like he is knocked out cold, and you try to get his attention, and nothing, like no change happens to him. But Nico, play some music. Make a performance check for me.
Yeah.
What type of what? I assume you're using your same instrument, but what type?
Well, like almost like alarm clock.
Okay, so
but
you're just
like-
trying to hear my
Yeah.
groove.
The iPhone alarm clock.
Yeah,
Just
no,
play
it's
that.
like-
Okay, like a
It's
wake up
like a-
song.
If this
Yeah,
doesn't,
like-
if this doesn't work, I have something else that might
Like,
work, and it
I'm
would be
not
the
talking about-
first time and maybe only time using this spell.
I'm talking like the Samsung one where it makes it all peaceful.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a
performance
beat,
check.
so
Make a
it's not
performance
even.
check.
It's just gonna be a
Roll
jerk.
some
Okay.
performance.
I don't know what that is. Oh, 15 plus.
Maybe if you turn on the lights, bro, you
18.
can probably see.
18.
Bro,
That's what I'm saying, dude. His is pitch black.
dude, this shit's the brightest thing on earth.
All right.
Do you not have an overhead light, bro?
You begin to play your tune of this, like, it begins as a light, as light as a drum can be, tone that crescendos into a sort of, like a wake-up tune, and you see that the tiefling man, as it begins to, at first it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, and then as it begins to get louder and crescendo, he goes, all right. I heard you from the jump.
I'll play a little quieter.
What do you want? Who are you?
Hello, good sir. Are you familiar with an Arthur Noxtress?
I was.
What's that weird?
What's the deal?
We've been sent to look for you. We are acquaintances of his.
Really now? You're acquaintances of his.
Okay. If it's the bird guy, I get it. Other than him,
I don't know. You all
We're
seem
cool.
rather vibrant. I don't know.
I'll take out his sword from his great sword. Does this ring any bells?
Not any bells I've heard.
Well, I'll just drop it and poof it out of existence.
Yeah, you are the wily bunch. What does Arthur look like?
Well, he's a bright blue dragonborn. Very broody type.
Looks very fun.
Well, that's the first time
Whoa.
I've heard that one.
me as well.
Well, where is this Arthur then?
Tyga?
Tiger.
We kind of got a little lost, but do you remember his old house? We could meet you over there. Well, what are you looking at?
Yeah, we'll meet somewhere around there.
What the heck is going on?
It's look.
Can I roll
Stands
insight
up.
to see if he's having any?
Yeah, what the heck?
Roll an insight check.
Can I roll like Kiwami eyes or something? Like I'm not looking.
Both of you make an insight check.
What is with these shit rolls?
Guidance. I'll give guidance. Oh,
I got 11, bro.
Okay. Guidance.
I'll give guidance to Tiger then.
That's a
You
14.
put it on 14.
Oh, I thought okay.
Or wait, no, my bad. Not 14. 10.
I thought she could use her own guidance.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry. It was a 5 plus 4. For some reason, I thought it was 10 plus 4.
Oh,
10.
yeah.
Okay. So
We're so bad, dude.
he sort of looks around. He just sort of stands up. The crate next to him sort of creaks. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. You seem like at least maybe you've got a little bit of intelligence. Do you expect me to believe that after years that Arthur Noxtress is just gonna go ahead and re-show up with a bunch of randoms?
I know, based on how he acts, it might seem unconvincing, but I can assure you that we've done some travels with him. Some of us more than others.
persuasion check
With guidance.
with guidance.
That's better.
Better.
Better. 19.
19. He looks over you. You know, there's no way that boy that was smoking up behind Beth's corner store is walking around with you and his, first of all, wielding a weapon as big as that one.
Wait,
But-
Arthur smoking?
Oh, hell yeah. But something in my core tells me there may at least be something about this that's more interesting. So let me roll up one more, and I will let you know if we get there and there is no Arthur. Then he kind of flips his coat back a little bit, and you see the shining sort of black iron, a revolver that is tucked behind both the left and the right hip. As the coat flips back around, then there will be some trouble to pay. But you've come this way, and it's fine by me. Any of you, none of you smoke, do you?
A long time ago, but had lung cancer. I'm kind of done with that.
Never tried it.
Oh my god!
Crazy lore drop.
What?
Alright.
Walter White. What
That's
the?
crazy. I see.
I've never tried.
He sort of studies over his words a little bit. I apologize. I didn't mean to. You know, maybe is this bother you? I won't.
No.
Thank the gods. And there, you two.
It's against school policy. You can't do
How old are you all?
He's old enough.
I'll push my hair around one ear. How old do I look?
This
Oh,
feels like a
gosh.
trap. Let's just start walking.
No, that's fine.
And he starts walking to. He starts walking. You follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wherever he starts leading, you follow behind. As he walks off, we're gonna go back to Arthur and Dalen. So Arthur, you guys are heading towards Hookah.
Well, for brevity's sake, I want to go into the pretty far into the woods and dump the bits of chunks of body,
Or
and then actually, Dalen, should we get Fauna first or go to Hookah? Hookah's the weapons dealer.
Should probably get Fauna. It's been like an hour at this point, right? So that animal would have been back or not.
Yes.
No. It takes 24 hours for the animal to come back or not.
Even if it finds it,
if it finds it,
or
it doesn't.
if it doesn't find it, it's like,
If
oh,
it- well,
well,
it-
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
but it's based off
the
a
spell is
distance.
The spell is 24 hours, so it has
it doesn't
24 hours to
Even
be
if
looking.
even if the rat found it, then it won't come back. But if the rat hasn't found it, it won't be back for 24 hours.
Yeah, so basically,
Yeah.
I told them to meet us here, so I'd just be waiting here
Yeah,
until I
so-
see them.
Okay, yeah, she said meet us here, so I just
Yeah.
we should grab Fauna.
Right. We'll head to Fauna.
Okay. Perfect. You guys make your way to Fauna. Fauna, you hear on knock. I assume you knock. You just go in there. Arthur, pardon me.
I would knock, and I'll say, it's Arthur, and then I'll open the door.
Okay.
I'm asleep.
That checks out.
Yeah.
On the floor, though. On the floor.
On what, the hay?
No, just on the floor.
Oh, okay.
You see
It's on the rotten
Herringon
woodboards.
sort of curled up like a dog, curled up like a moon within a moon. Dog sort of.
I'll say there's some papers scattered around me.
I want to look at the papers.
All right. There are notes on herbology.
I would have stopped out of the first paper. Fauna.
Oh my gosh. She'll get up and she'll grab the papers and she'll stuff it in the bag. Are they here?
No. We're all meeting at the old mine.
Okay.
Yeah, Esker and Nico are going there, and then Tyga's heading there right now.
Okay, did everything go well? You guys found them?
If you look at
Um,
Dalen, he's not looking at you, and he looks worlds away.
I'm making an
Um,
insight check.
Make an insight
All
check.
right.
Also, Brandon,
Talk to me.
when we
Wait.
started walking and
Let me
Finnick
show
was
you.
leading, were we going outside or further into the cave?
Oh, you were heading back into the city.
Okay, got it.
You ascertained he was probably going towards the house. You said to
Gotta
do
get
that.
the
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
staff kind of.
I was getting the staff lean.
probably would have.
All right.
We'll go back to that later.
Okay. I rolled a 23 on insight. I didn't want to roll so high.
Holy frick.
Something is
Oh.
incredibly troubling Dalen. And he is very much in his own world thinking about it. And you can tell it wasn't something good because Dalen's not usually like that. Or if he has been, it's always when the worst things happen.
We hit a hiccup, but we're continuing our search. We do have one.
Where's Tyga?
Tyga's on his way to the old mine. How about you walk with us?
Is everyone safe?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna start heading to hookahs.
As
I'm gonna, before we leave, shapeshift into old Dalen.
as we started walking, Finnick, me, Tyga, Nico, I probably would have also called on the sending stone to the rest of the group.
I think you used the one daily use of it
You
already.
did.
Or is that? Oh, it is one daily use.
frick,
Okay.
That is correct. That is
Yeah.
correct.
I'm gonna.
Tyga's with him.
Taiga's with him.
I have glasses, not reading glasses, but drinking glasses. I'm gonna grab one and fill it with.
Oh,
If I
Oh.
could fill it with water or
it's
something.
like drinking
Okay.
classes. What?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, I know.
thinking
That's
too.
exactly what I thought. I was like,
No,
It's like,
no. I don't think they
You
have.
trying-
They
you trying to
don't
get
definitely
water?
don't have. Yeah, I just wanted.
ain't no flowing water.
Not,
I
not
have
in
shape.
the-
I have shape water, so I mean, there's. I could get some snow.
Yeah,
and-
you know what?
and filter it
For
out.
sure you can do that. For sure you can do
Okay, so I'm gonna get some water, filter it out, put it in here. I'm gonna give this to Dalen.
Dylan, you look more pale than usual.
Yes. We kind of just.
And you're not
Shakes
even
himself.
you're even in your human form.
Yes. Well,
Here?
Hands
take
you
the
the
water from
water.
you. He downs it all in one.
it. It's pretty fresh, actually. It's like very pure.
Thank you. That's
Everything all right?
yeah.
I'll tell you. Just, I'm gonna look at Dalen and I'm seeing that he's so troubled. Like, listen, Fauna, I got something to tell you, but can we walk a little bit first?
yeah.
Bro is just to give you insight. Dalen has only had like what 10 minutes to process all of Arthur's torture being played out before him.
A little more, maybe
Yeah.
like 15.
15
Walking
minutes.
that far? That's pretty far.
Yeah.
Arthur's
Okay.
house is across on the right side of the slums.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
Even an hour would be a bit short.
You walked him down.
Walk him
back
down.
towards the house for the alleyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Once we're 3/4 away to hookahs, unless actually, do you have
Wanna
dialogue?
walk?
Okay.
Nope. Just going to walk.
So Taiga Eskra, do you like related messages? Taiga send the message or?
I wonder how much do I know about these sending stones? Would I have probably used them back in the past to know that they're one
I'd
stone?
say having arcane prowess, you know enough that you can learn
Okay.
once.
I would have touched it and thought for a second. Tyga, do you have a sending stone?
Yes, I do. As he reaches his bag and pulls
Would you
out
be
a
able
cute
to?
little dog stuffed toy.
Would you be able to relay the message to the rest of them that were on the way to Arthur's house,
Okay.
just in case they're already on their way here?
Meet us at the house.
You hear message come through.
Just
Simple
Arthur.
Yeah, just Arthur.
Does it send it to
Yeah,
everyone
that's
or
right.
no?
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
it goes to everyone, but
Yeah, it goes to everyone. It goes to everyone.
2 of them.
Well, I gave mine to Eskra.
Oh, right. Okay.
Faunus is in the bag of holding and essentially useless.
Someone tell her by this,
Oh.
by the way, or before I have to make an NPC that says maybe you should take the bag. There's still another bag, man.
Well, if Arthur says something, I'll turn towards him.
Okay.
Tiger just said to meet us back at the house in the stone. So we'll stop for this and then we'll go back.
Okay. I guess we'll turn around.
We have to do something first.
Oh,
Okay.
While we're, did you just roll?
Fauna,
No.
where's your stone? Like,
It's in my bag of holding.
why have it then?
Well, if I ever need to send a message.
What about receiving them?
Well, I usually have it on me. I just fell asleep, so I put it in my. You know.
I'm just kind of like walk over to her, just kind of like motion towards the bag of holding, like I'm gonna go for it.
I'll take it. I'll take it out, and I like just hold it in my hand while we walk.
It's like my mom.
Point at
bro.
one of her pockets.
Constant do not disturb, by the way.
Yeah, my mom has never answered her phone in her life.
You should
It's just like that.
you should keep that on you at all times, especially when you're sleeping.
I know. I know, Dalen.
I know you know, but and I'm gonna look at the bag of holding and back at her.
I've got it out now. It's fine.
I'll just
Fauna
hold it.
doesn't have like pockets, does she?
No,
She
she
did.
not
She doesn't have
on
The
pockets.
robe. Let's
Not in the
examine the
robe.
body.
Like the robe thing doesn't. Look, women's clothes, bro.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, but this is medieval women's
Fauna,
clothes.
Fauna needs a romper
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Put in her bra, bro.
Whoa.
Who says Fauna? Anyway, on
Takes
your
a shirt
way,
on.
Eventually,
I'll put it in between my toes.
Ugh.
okay.
Ugh.
Whoa!
You guys
You're
make
pulling
your
a
way
cam.
to,
That's crazy.
This rather
What?
smaller building. It's more of like a circular building than a square. What a stupid line of dialogue. But anyway,
Yeah, that's
you
crazy.
you know what I mean.
It's more circular.
And you get to the front, and in the top it says,
Well,
what is it? Hookah's Lounge.
Hookah's Armory.
Hookah's Armory. Right there makes more sense.
When we're 3/4 the way there is when I talk though. Before we
Okay.
got around a bunch of houses and stuff. I would just stop. I was leading, and I would just stop walking.
I'll stop. I'll look at Dalen.
I'm gonna say, well, I'm looking forward. Before I tell you this, I'm not looking for your approval on what I did, because I know what I did was right. But I figure you have the right to know. When we were looking for Finnick and Lucy, I saw a man about to cut off the hands of a small boy for stealing. That man happened to be Harold, who tortured me. He was the man who tortured me for months when I was imprisoned. I brutally beat him and tortured him until he was dead. Because he's tortured and killed dozens of children and people and does not think we're human. He didn't give mercy, so I didn't give mercy. He's the evil, and he's gone. Now I'm going to Hookah's to exchange his armor for wares. I'll look at you now. I'll turn around and look at you. Do I need insight or is it apparent?
It's pretty apparent she's just in shock. She's just kind of standing there, thinking.
Are you guys all right?
We're fine.
Fight back?
I didn't give him a chance.
Did Kane tell you to do it?
What are you talking about? I chose to leave Kane. I have a new oath. Why would Kane have talked to me?
I don't know. I was just Okay. Well, if you guys are okay, then that's good. That's something good.
What I did was right.
Where's Taiga? Is he okay?
He's fine. He got mad and he went to the mine. Should be meeting us at the house.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, let's just walk.
I'm gonna walk the rest of the way to Hookah's.
I'll just kind of keep my eyes on Dalen and kind of periodically go back to Arthur every now and then.
I just thought of something. Could I roll an insight for right after Iga short-worded that sending message?
What are you trying to?
See if he's mad, upset, something, because he was short with whoever had the other sending stone
Okay.
or stone.
Make a insight check. Yeah, make an insight check.
The sending stone does go to all of us as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a great roll. And yes, it is exactly what you think. Nat 20.
Whoa. I mean, has Taki even done a sending stone before?
I don't know. It's a good
I
question,
feel like I feel like Taiga is just quick to the pace.
It felt shorter and more abrupt than how you normally talk.
That's fair.
Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to decipher.
How
I think you can. I think you can tell by the tone of his voice. I think his face gives no emotion. I feel like that's a common thing with Taiga at times. You could definitely hear like a slight like, "Here's the house." Like that was like quick and aggressive. But I don't think you would know who he would be talking about. That
probably
tone would
not
be.
who.
Yeah.
You just get the sense that Tiger. Whoa.
Tiger.
Tiger.
Roll.
Tiger's a little like a little agitated. You
Okay.
don't know what it's towards, or if it's towards somebody, or it's just something with him. But he seems agitated.
I think also you got a little agitated when you were like, "Oh wait, you can't do it." Ugh. Here's the house.
Arthur, you get to the building that you know as Hookah's Armory. You hear some heavy footsteps from the inside. The door is open.
I'd stop right around the corner, where I'm not visible in the doorway, and there'd just be a few deep breaths, and then I walk in. I'm trying to collect myself. I walk in.
Okay.
Can I just make a perception check to see while we're walking here if there's any guards or anything? Fauna's a little scared about guards right now.
Make a perception check.
Fauna, we kill the guard. Don't
Naturally,
worry
yeah.
about it.
Naturally.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Gosh, that's bad.
Egads.
13.
13. From what you can tell around, there don't seem to be any that are marching around. I'll say the last one you saw was probably near the beginning of the walk. You saw when you're sort of walking up towards the gate to leave. But he you know, he's like a guard on the shift. But since then, you haven't really seen any around.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye out.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. What's your passive?
18.
19.
18.
Oh
okay.
my god.
Good lord, dude.
So
Imagine my choke is one off.
If any come within distance, you'll keep your eye out, one ear up. So Arthur, I guess everybody, you walk in and it's a pretty small-ish shop compared to some of the ones you've seen, obviously, like in Ashfordshire, but even like it's somewhat smaller than like Beth's. There's like a single counter that is, as soon as you enter the door, it's right parallel to the door. Behind it there are some like weapons and things that are sort of hung up, some like heavy like metal gauntlets that sit on the table next to like a small little potted plant. There is a open door to the far back, like the back right. Like if you walk straight in and went past the counter and took a right, there is a door that is open. And as you are walking in, you see this hulking, black furred, minotaur, figure standing about maybe seven and some change feet tall. These long black horns that come out to the side and then curve up the cow-like face. And he's adorned by some like brown cloths and leathers, and then this sort of tan shawl that sits over the shoulders. In his right hand is this sort of this wooden staff that he kind of just presses up, not too dissimilar to the one that IRL Dalen is holding right now. As you hear the clopping of the heavy hooves as he comes up the stairs and comes around the corner. Says, how can I help you?
Hookah, how are you doing? And I'll walk up closer to the counter.
Do I know you?
You probably won't remember me. I came in, I was about this tall, little blue dragonborn boy. I bought one dagger.
Sorry, boy. Don't remember you too well. I'll believe it, though. How can I be of service? So he sort of closes as he comes up, closes the door behind him. Walks towards the back of the counter.
That's all right. I want to look around. What kind of weapons are here? Or just everything, I guess.
There are like basic like in the back behind the counter. There are like some long swords that are lined up, like basic. Some of them are a little like they're not rusted, but there are like some chips and like scratches on them. There's one singular greatsword that is placed vertically at the top above them. On the outside around, there are like little daggers and like leather gloves and two small tunics and basic things around. Is there anything in particular you need to ask him or see if it's just laying around?
I'll just kind of look around at all the stuff. It's a pretty decent collection you have here.
It's all right. It gets the job done for those seemingly like who you used to be, apparently. Looking for daggers.
No, I'm akin to much bigger weapons now. Hookah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not here for this stock. I want to look at him, kind of squint my eyes a little bit. I'm here for the other stock. The reason I came here instead of Tony's is because I know what you can supply.
He takes a glance at Old Man Dalen and Fauna.
I'm comforting Dalen, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know how. Maybe just a reassurance. I don't know. Maybe I'm like holding his hand.
You can just like, if you want to rub his back, he's just kind of like playing into the old.
Yeah.
He the head is still focused on Arthur. The eyes are looking at Arthur or Fauna and Dalen. He just says, "I don't think I know what you mean, but if you're looking for something that's around, I can give you the prices."
I know they don't look like it, but they're not rats. Also, for assurance, and I'll reach into the bag and I'll slap my hand on the counter and lift it up, and it's the bird's eye symbol from the shirt. Also, and I'll pull out the helmet. Chink! I said it right there. I know your cause and what you stand for, and I just furthered it.
Make a persuasion check.
One less guard.
With
It's a happier
advantage.
Solheim.
Alright.
He says to the charisma character.
I need to get it. I'm gonna use different dice now. No more Ashton. Okay, not bad. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16.
I counted out on my fingers.
The cane, he goes to the bottom and he reaches out and he hooks the end of it around the door, and he with this long arm and it closes the door, the front door. Well, what can I do for you?
I came here for your magical supply, your more useful supply. The kind that gets jobs like these done easier.
Dalen perks up at magical.
Small little crease of the smile on the side of the cow-like face as and one ear sort of flaps, and one of the flies sort of buzzes around. He picks the helmet and the icon off the table. You mind if I be holding on to this?
Well, I was figuring we could make an exchange. I know you're a collector of such items, but I have more.
You have more?
Guards half plate, full set.
Let me see it.
Take it out, one piece by one piece. On the counter. Like the wrists, the legs,
He leans the cane on the against the wall and really straightens his spine. And this is when you really see the height that towers over all three of you as he takes the plate and holds it up.
Sorry, it's dirty.
We can fix that, don't worry. He sort of drops it behind the desk and you hear the clink, 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 clink. Well, what am I dealing with here? He walks over to the door. What can I, we'll look through it together. Come on. Lock that door before you come down.
I like it. Now come with them.
He begins to head down.
I'm gonna turn to Fawn and Dalen. You don't have to come down if you don't want.
Dalen will just kind of like look at you and look forward again.
Just alternative stock.
I guess I'm up here.
I'm coming.
Okay, well, if Dalen's coming, then...
I'll hold the door for them so they can go down first.
You walk down, and it's this, it's dark down here before, I guess before he walks around and he lights the torches that are somewhere around, and then the room begins to really illuminate. In this bottom area, it's a lot. It's larger than the top area. It is like a bunch of tables that are aligned around the corners, and then there are multitudes of it almost looks like a weapon stand at Hall Mat or the Comic-Con or anything like that, where there are a bunch of these weapons that are laid out. Some adorn the wall. There's a red sort of tarp that's underneath all of the weapons. He comes down and he says, "So, what type of individuals am I working with here?"
If Dalen looked like he's about to talk, I wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, no, Dalen would immediately kind of step forward. Any chance you are good at woodworking? And kind of wiggle his staff, or scribing, staves, scrolls.
We are an armory. But you are mage? And he begins to walk over towards the corner, and he picks up this. He comes back with this small, glass case. Maybe you'll be interested in this. And he pops the two locks at the front, opens it, and there's a small little black and blue pearl that sits placed in the middle. This is something that I I got from some smugglers in the slums around here. They got it from an intercepted crate that was supposed to go to one such duchess up in the Waverly Shire. Plex it out. This is called I think the guy called it it was labeled the Pearl of Power. It's supposed to be some form of mage item, and he sort of takes your hand, and which pales in comparison to the size of his palm. And he places it in your hand. It's supposed to aid in exhaustion of mana. It'll give you, if you're feeling like, if it is absent from your body, if you feel like you're exhausted your magical capabilities, it'll aid you in regaining some of that energy. You can use this to regain spell slots in the middle of come after you run.
Is it an action? I'm assuming to use it to regain the spell slot.
I believe
go
it
pee real quick.
is.
Is it finite?
No, it comes back. I believe it's every. Let's see here. While this spell is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain one expended spell slot. If the expended spell slot is 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level. Once you have used the pearl, it can't be used until next dawn.
So it's only 3rd or lower?
1 a day, regen from 1 to 3.
And it takes an action.
I'm just kind of like study it for a moment. What are you asking for such a piece?
Oh, I got what I needed.
Dylan's hand just closes around it.
Let me put it in the case.
Did he give it to him?
Yeah, I'll just kind of like put it in the case then. And if he hands it to me, I'll just kind of open the bag and it just...
He comes over to you, Fauna. What about... And he bends down, so he's at eye level with you. So he gets down a good, 2 or 3 feet. He says, what about you, miss?
I'm just looking.
Anything for druids.
Fine. I've been waiting to get this one off my hands for 6 years now.
Oh, snap.
I was walking
Yo.
back, and he, you see there's this wide case, and, he says, this one once belonged to a ranger around here, or that walked through here, but apparently, her party got eviscerated by some purple worm. He comes walking back over.
Holy frick.
She wandered here, trying to pawn this off for enough gold for travel. And he comes back with this this green staff that at the end of it sort of prongs up into what looks like almost like a small tree with little green leaves at the top. There are ordained little crystals jettisoned into the pieces of the wood and bark, and then vines that sort of travel up around. It says, this wood, after asking some of the someone who works in the Ashfordshire, it's made from a fey tree. It's called the Ivalor. This is the staff of the woodlands, and he passes it down to you. It's about as tall as you. It is
set up, bro. Let's
beautiful-
go.
It is a beautiful piece of woodwork. I will send that as well as I will send the Pearl of Power.
Hold out my hands.
So, as you
Whoa.
hold out the staff, the magic, it hums, but there's more to it. There's more. If you were to just take another night with it, you might just feel the true power. But he says, for druids, it has a lot of magical capabilities. It takes a lot of weight off your shoulders, and something about being in touch with the realm of the Fae. That could be all lies, though.
You don't know how to use this?
I sell, miss.
Well, are you sure I can't pay you?
These guards are bastards. They've killed a lot of the people that I care for. The only ones left, I just want them safe. So for now, just do good with it. Some stuff I'm also trying to get rid of here. He reaches back and takes out this like small leather box. It's about this big. I guess it's not some medium-sized leather box. Pops it open and there's this black cloak in there. And it unfurls and it's this black, somewhat leather, part cloth cloak. Actually, it kind of looks more like a thin black fur. And on the sides are these two like strands, like thick strands that come down to these open oval like things that have like a pink fleshy sort of exterior or interior, and then little spikes that come off. This was sold to me as a pelt. I don't know if you've ever seen a displacer beast, but this was sold as a pelt and was refashioned into a cloak. I don't know if you guys seem like you're the battle type. I don't know if any of you three or anyone else you know is good with this, but with this, you throw it on and activate it, and it's you're a little. If you've seen how displacer beasts work when they create vestiges of themselves, it'd be harder to be attacked.
Dalen will kind of like step forward and say, "We have allies that benefit greatly for such a thing."
Well, if at any moment you bring them here, if they work with you, and they work with me. What about you? He points towards Arthur.
Paladin. Swords, hammers. I have this right now. I'll pull out the glaive. Not the biggest fan.
We can get you some stuff here. As far as shields, I just have some hardy shields, nothing of magical prowess. But so reaches behind and pulls out this wooden shield that sort of has this like this sort of like silver, like almost like a sphere in the middle, like a half sphere, the dome, and then there's like little wooden plates on the front. It's just a hardy shield. Passes your way. It is a +1 shield.
Okay.
And then he reaches to the back and sort of wandering, looking at swords, and he says, "This one I can let go of. The other ones, I don't know." And he brings this sheathed blade. It's within a black sheath, a brown leather wrap around the hilt. This is called the Acheron blade. Holds it and withdraws it, and it is a blade that along the sharp exterior is sort of a like wavy sort of shape, and the actual what's the name of the? It's not the hilt. Is it the hilt guard?
Pommel, or no, that's the bottom. Sorry,
Pommel. Oh.
That's the bottom.
A hilt guard that sort of is metal and bends upward to like a claw sort of shape. This blade is an exceptionally sharp blade. It resheaths it. It will aids you in vanquishing your enemies. And the blade itself, and it cuts rather well. It's a one-handed, or it's a long sword.
Mm-hmm.
And he says it's another blade that, upon striking an enemy, it might do a little extra to their
Hell,
core.
God
Their
damn it.
core. And it's the blade of a vanquisher. I got that one from a group of sailors. The sword, yeah, from a group of sailors on a. You'll never believe this. There was a ship that came along the Shadow Sea, the Shadow Storm Sea, that emerged from the ocean. Like, it's hard to explain. Like the opposite of sinking. But it came back up whole. And after a long line of trading and exchanges, I traded someone from the rusted knives something decent for this blade. Now I pass it on to you.
The
A ship
rusted
that-
knives?
The rusted knives, yes.
What is that?
They are the slum organization around here.
Oh,
Yeah,
did I
if
know
you
that?
haven't- Oh yeah, you would have known that. Yeah.
Okay, then I know what it is.
Remind me.
But for Fauna, they're very slow moving.
You sure you really are from around here?
No.
They are the slum organization.
Or a
around here,
lost.
led by the Iron Road.
Yeah,
Yeah. No fun.
I forgot to give you this. Thank you, first of all, and I'll pull out the short sword, the guard short sword, also
Oh, thank you.
for your collection.
Yes.
You said if we had allies to bring them by.
Whenever you have the opportunity, I'll be here.
Well, thank you. It's the most hospitality we've gotten here besides Beth's.
Well, it gets quiet and lonely sometimes, so anytime justice is vanquished, I do my best to aid.
Also, Hookah,
Hmm.
I've actually wanted to tell you for some time, knowing where you stand politically. That dagger you sold me when I was a boy, I used it to kill Ranthron. So your shop did some real good here.
Oh. So you're
Altier's
the one.
boy.
Mm-hmm. You're the one that I hear, even to this day. You're the one that got a few of these people around here killed. But it was, in my
Unfortunately,
opinion, their lives pale in comparison to the life of Ranthron. So I have no issues.
I was too young to realize the repercussions. My mother had just died because of his actions, so wasn't thinking 100%.
I don't need to hear the sob story. You did good that day, you do good today. Use everything I've given you today to make good for tomorrow. And if the others
I will.
are in the same line of work, you'll know where to find me. He sort of pushes past to head back up towards the stairs.
A moment. Oh, can I turn towards Arthur? If that happened before, it will happen again.
What?
Retribution.
The thing is the balance might be delicate, but Ranthron was a big adjustment. I'm not surprised that Esmeralda took heads. For one guard, who will not be found.
What about
There's no one to seek
later?
retribution for. What do you mean?
I kind of
Oh.
like look at him, just kind of.
Well, they don't have. Hopefully, they won't have names by the end.
That might be worse for everyone here.
You're right. We'll give them our names. We'll leave her a note. By then, we'll be gone.
How can
If she wants
turn-
retribution, I'm here.
I'll just turn towards the shopkeep and just kind of. We'll do what we can, but we plan on doing something big. We'll make sure that they know it was us, but they might come after believing that somebody had helped us.
They'll know to find me. He goes back up the stairs.
Who is that guy?
No, come on. We're not friends.
I go up.
Get out of there.
Go back up. As you go
Put
up,
that. I'll put that staff in the bag.
right in there. Close the door. Well, pleasure doing business.
Pleasure. I'll bring the others by. Well, one may not be willing, but I'll bring as many people by that are with me. If your generosity is on the table still, great. If not, thank you.
Of course. Hey. Is there anything I should be calling you? Or just Arthur fine? I didn't get your
Call us.
names, but it's fine.
You can call us
Shadow Jaw.
Discord.
Shadow Jaw.
Shadow Joe.
I'm Arthur I'm Arthur Noxturus, not Altier. I'll turn to them. Shall you know
You
our
can-
group's name?
And then Dalen will kind of like step forward now, right himself up a bit for the theatrical shot. And I'll just say, if they come asking, tell them it was Discordia.
Well, half.
Well,
Something
Tell
that's what they're
Esmeralda.
asking about.
Tell Esmeralda her stepson wants her head. If they come knocking, she can come after me.
If something big is about to happen, I want to know whose praises will be sung through the streets of the slums. Now get out.
Right. Turn to leave.
I'm gonna while we're leaving, I'm gonna seeing as he's a cow man, I'm gonna send off a prayer to Bashan, to the All Watcher. Just sending him good vibes.
This
Hey,
guy's
good
playing
vibes.
Nico's character.
I like that.
That's
I
crazy.
Sending him positivity.
Yeah.
As the prayer comes, as the door opens, a warm wind flies through the door.
I'm gonna send positivity to what is, all intents and purposes, this man is a terrorist.
A terrorist against a terrorist.
He's a terrorist against a horrible government, still a terrorist.
But
There we go.
he's got
A
but he's
rebel
a cow man.
organization.
Hey, that's what they.
He's
That's
got a
what they,
cool staff,
that's
am I
what they
right?
call.
Yep.
That's what they call a freedom fighter.
I was about to say, I
not
call
a
it a
terrorist.
freedom fighter. I call it a freedom fighter. But okay, so you exit and
Another fancy word for terrorist.
You sound like Esmeralda.
We exit.
We'd head home.
yeah.
Unless, yeah, I see what you're saying.
I'm thinking, honestly, they probably wouldn't be home yet, but they'd probably be ahead of you. So you'll head back home, and we'll say, team, we'll call it, Team Indiana. You,
Hey.
you
W.
go
What the
to,
fuck?
you get to, the,
Doxed.
Only one OG member. Only
I
one
want
OG
an
member.
ECF hat, bro. We're both
Doxed on
not.
the live.
I think you're the only one who's alive from the original.
That's true. That's true. You make your way to this old house, and as you get close, Fennec says, "Well, you weren't lying. You at the very least know Arthur's place. We'll
You've
go
been
on
in
then.
before.
I mean, time in, time out.
Well, take a seat. We're gonna have to wait.
He's not
They
there.
should be here soon. No.
I think we
Alright.
just missed
What?
each other. They were on their way to the mines before we told them to meet us at the house again.
If you want, you can wait outside if you don't trust us.
I'm not going inside that. Easier targets. Let's go in.
Okay.
He goes to the door.
Be my guest.
And opens it. He will find a little spot in the corner and he'll sit down. And he'll take one of his guns out and just place it kind of on his lap as he takes out a pipe and begins to stuff it with some of this like purplish
Herb.
Are the windows closed? Tiger's gonna open a
Okay,
window. If it's...
unless someone opened them, they were closed.
Sorry.
He's hotboxing
Yeah,
it.
you're not sure.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Sorry,
I thought the
long
windows
Jasper.
were. I thought the windows were smashed.
Yeah, were they
in.
broken?
I think the back window
Some
smashed.
of them were smashed, but there are some that are
Oh right, yeah.
able to be opened and closed. They might be if they probably were default closed, so it's gonna open. It's gonna be but you pop it. It's a little latch, ping, pops off as you pop it open, and it sort of it keeps falling back down.
Brute
You
force.
Get it up and get it locked up. Within a couple minutes, team.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Not
Ding
a,
dong. I didn't know this house got a doorbell.
not a bell.
I'm gonna walk up to the door. I'm gonna walk up to the door the same way I woke up on him and say, "It's Arthur." And I'm gonna walk in. Just- Finnick, how have you been? I want to walk up and I want to reach my arm out for the thing. See if he takes it. Always a skeptic. That's, you know.
Tiger's face like, told you.
What?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna turn to the side. No tail, Finnick.
Like hell, you made your way back into Solheim. Like
Unfortunately.
hell, and he takes your hand and yours. Well, color me red. I would not have expected to see not only you back here, but is that a bunny rabbit?
Herringon.
That is me. Oh, what? Huh?
Fauna.
I'm a Herringon. Nice to meet you.
Fauna. Nice to meet you. I don't do handshakes. I guess let's do this, huh? Let's go around the room. My name is Fennec.
What is this class?
My friend,
AA meeting?
my
Yeah,
friend,
Say one thing you like, something you like to do over summer.
my name, my friends call me Fen. None of you new people can call me that, but I figured that's something I should be known. Let's go around. Come on. Let's start with the old man. And he points to
Which
Dalen.
old man are you
Talks to
talking
Dalen.
My name is Dalen.
Wow, you're traveling with a lot of old men. And he points towards Tiger. You?
Tiger. And I'm middle aged for my race.
Right. You
I'm
might
quite
wanna
young.
Think, you might want to think. You both might want to think about cutting down the.
What's wrong with this?
Yes. I quite like it.
And you, and gestures towards Nico.
I'm Nico, man.
And you're Fauna. And you, Miss.
I'm Eskra.
He sort of glances towards Arthur, and then at Fauna, and then at Arthur, then at Askra, then Arthur.
No. No.
Oh, that is not happening. That is not happening.
I guess
Burned by zero.
you really did not learn from me, huh, Arthur?
Apparently not.
Oh, wow.
Do you have the whereabouts of Lucy?
You really just bounced from woman to woman. Come on, man.
No.
It's not even been 5 minutes. You're already asking about the girl?
Well, we need people.
For what?
We're planning to break into the Wyvern Peak Manor, steal Esmeralda's items and her gold, and leave.
And generally destroy the place.
Yeah, really burn it to hell if we can.
Sounds easy, huh?
Also, she's not just a duchess, she's a necromancer with ambitions of becoming a lich. So, really punctual that we steal these things.
Oh, and means.
And who better than you to lead the charge, right, Finn?
Let me get this straight.
Sure.
So you plan to get into the Waverly Shire? All of you, might I add, all of you plan to get into the Waverly Shire. Get somehow to the Wyvern Peak Manor. Get inside. You want to stop her from becoming from what?
A lich.
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh, it's like a very powerful undead. Pretty much unkillable.
Then shouldn't we just give up now?
It's a loser's mentality, Finn.
You just told me she's unbeatable. I'd rather
She
just go
will
live-
be. She will be if
Oh,
we
she
don't stop
will
her.
be.
So
She's not unbeatable yet.
No, that's why we're gonna go take all her crap.
Right.
That's gonna make her unbeatable.
Right.
Well, if you doubt us, we did just come out of Frist, so.
It's true. In and out. 2 days.
In and out of Frist is not a possible thing.
What?
I'm still breathing.
I don't believe you, frankly. I think you. Clearly, you've still been smoking this stuff.
Nico, show me your papers.
Papers.
The papers to get in and out of Forest. Nico, provide them.
Who could you possibly be to have papers?
I'll just.
That's what I said.
I'll just put them
That's what I'm
on.
thinking.
Hopefully, table is near
Sure.
me.
This beaten up table. What's a table? He picks up the papers.
We had to sneak
Rips
in,
them.
but we got out with those.
What is a nether reel? You know what? I don't want to know. I'm sorry I asked. I'll trust it. Whatever. Seems like a lot of things are going odd these days. So it's okay. All right. So you want me? So okay. So on top of all of that, you're going and you're saying you're destroying the place.
Well, we don't have to.
So you're not destroying
But-
the place.
Well,
Well,
if the
I plan to.
opportunity arises,
Okay.
he,
At least
he
one of you
plans to.
plans. Okay. So you're planning on destroying the
He
place.
he has fire.
Okay. So you're planning to set the place ablaze.
Whatever works.
Oh.
What? Oh, what?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Her son might still be in there.
Am I killing the boy?
No, you're not kidding. No. What?
Yo.
Sounds like
Really
you're burning
quick.
the place down. It doesn't seem like a witness is the first thing you want. It's
Oh,
in
we-
my expertise. If I have to do it, I'll do it.
You're not killing him. He's technically my brother, so you're not killing him. And he's a little boy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Also, the point is kind of for her to know that we did it.
Yes.
So this is
It's
like a
like-
signal. Okay, can we make this one very clear? This one perfectly clear. Can my name not be on the signature?
And no, of course not. It won't be attached. But the thing is we don't want heads to roll like,
Yeah.
so we're putting our name on it.
And all of you understand very clearly that this is the plan that you are all participating in. You all understand this. You all understand this, right?
Is there something wrong with it?
Oh, this is
I kind of want my name.
Tiger's looking at Nico.
This is
How do you
I don't
feel
know.
about this?
I'll like watch from like.
Nico, your name won't be on it.
Thanks, man.
Miss Esker, this is not impossible.
I'll shift my face to just my face to my tiefling form. I have many disguises, and I'll go back.
Whoa! Why are you hiding your beautiful self from me? Tiefling to tiefling, family to family. Come on. Wait.
I show you because only you would understand the hatred we sometimes get.
Yeah. Sort of twirls the pipe in his hand. Yeah. It's whatever.
If I may,
You may.
I'll kind of like step forward and like stand up all the way straight, and I'll snap my fingers to use minor illusion, to just like conjure a puff of smoke on myself to obscure myself, While I'm obscured, I'm gonna shift into my like semi-human form and change the cloak from a brown to match the rest of my robes as a blue, and then clear everything out. We traveled. Well, then I'll look over at Nico. Most of us traveled half, if not the entire continent, to reach this. We have done things that I have considered impossible, time and time again, just getting here. And we'll do more things after it. So, I'm gonna look at Nico again. We're used to it, I guess.
So you did go and find yourself a pretty hardy group, didn't you, Arthur?
Seems as though I did.
Well, I've got good news, and I've got bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
Bad news. Get it out of the way.
Well, I'm gonna give you the good news first.
Okay, well then don't ask.
Well, so to get to Esmeralda's Manor, that place is more than likely bolted down by arcane locks. The good news is that we can take care of that. Lucy's been a little under the weather, but she should be all right enough to do this.
Under the weather with what?
Some cold. She's up and at him. She was.
I can heal her if we find her. So
easily enough then. Well, she's a part of the bad news. The bad news is that to get into Waverly Shire, that's gonna be something that we're gonna have to more than likely talk to somebody who's not the most fun.
You know, I figured.
Can I just do the paper thing again?
No.
The paper, I don't know what this is about, but I have something like this is probably going to have to go straight to Esmeralda. Which I think you can ascertain what that would entail as far as a reconnaissance mission into a... Where is she, by the way? Is she not there?
Oh, she's not here. No.
No.
Okay.
She's been stopped.
She won't be here for what? What did he say? Some days.
Thinking back, we have at least 3 days.
3 days.
We can do it by tomorrow.
And Taiga is the stealthiest man I've ever met.
You're, Drugar. From the Underdark, right?
Yes. You're familiar with them.
We got one like you back with the knives. Seems that you both are around the same line of work. So, I guess it's within the race.
Wait, is he a Grey Walker? Like me?
That is correct. He'll more than likely be the first one you see before we go down towards the rest of the knives.
I really do not want to go. Wait, is it Drugar the same as a deep gnome, Taiga? Is that...
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
they are.
Okay. Yes, of course. I knew that.
Okay.
Well, they're both from. Their origin comes from the same location.
Oh yeah. Yep. I get it. Yep. Mm-hmm. He's from the Underdark, not Deep Gnome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to talk to ER.
Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna be real happy to see you. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know if you're sarcastic or not. I don't know if she was happy with the outcome.
Well, of course she wasn't, but I'm sure she'll have a smile seeing you back. That's not sarcasm.
Why would she have a smile?
Well, you'll be back. Maybe her first thought's gonna be how she can use you.
Naturally.
And I'm sure with this with this band of party that you've got going on here, sure it'll be quite the light show down there.
Light show.
Yellow, red,
Yeah.
green, blue. Light show.
Okay.
And then you plan to do this, and after you burn this place, what's next?
Well, we're leaving here.
She won't be dead.
She won't be dead. We can't kill her right now.
But that'll give you
She's-
a lot of time. That might
Yeah,
borderline put a stop in everything she's got going. Oh, I see.
Connected the dots.
I really like if the whore was dead, though, but
Me too.
it is what it is.
I'll take her head eventually. Just not this week.
Well,
I mean, hopefully with her gone,
yeah,
something changes.
yeah. Again, as far as the lock's concerned, that's taken care of. Now back to the first question you asked 5 minutes before any of that happened. Yes, I can get you. Lucy's down in the mines.
Okay. So, is that where we head? Actually, Taiga, Nico, Eskra, maybe Finn. Do you go to hookahs often?
I mean, I walk by. I don't really get anything from there. I've only
You can come with. Maybe he'll give you something.
looked at these.
Hookah has items, for all of Discordia at least, and Nico.
Whoa.
Did you
On that,
You already been there?
I'm gonna
Yes,
go ahead
he
and
gave me. Yeah, he gave me the shield and the sword. No.
pull out the displacer cloak as well.
What is that?
Cloak made of displacer beasts.
Makes you harder to hit, he said. Or it can. Seems it's up for grabs.
No one else wants it. I'll take it.
Who's usually in Nico? Are you usually near the front of combat? Someone who would get hit.
Oh, hope no. Hope not. I don't like getting hit. So no.
You decide amongst yourselves.
Well, I'll look at Eskra and I'm just saying, it is a good point that if it makes you harder to get hit, you should probably be in front. Kind of like hold it and look at Arthur.
Is it big enough?
Yeah.
Or I thought it was like a smaller cloak.
It's like a like an average size cloak for like a normal human.
Okay, so it's a little small.
That's a
it's little
blanket for
small,
me.
but
Yeah.
it's
For real.
real. I mean, as far as I ascertain, even along my shoulders, that'd be good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone who's trying to get hurt, I will tell you right now, I don't think anybody wants to get hurt, is what I'm trying to say. So I don't think it matters if you're in the front or the back. They're gonna, if you're keeping the back, if I keep shooting my
That's
gun.
true.
So I don't want it doesn't go. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't want any sort of evidence. I'll tell you that much.
I'll say,
No offense, I don't really know you. I was
Yeah.
more, and I'm just gonna gesture to everybody in the party. I was more.
Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. The cloak for Eskra then.
Just hand it over.
I'll take a look at it. What is? Did you put a picture of it?
No, I will.
Oh, okay.
That's sweet.
Boy, actually,
Wait, that's so
that's
dope.
Whoa,
literally
you can
that's
see the.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's sick,
sick.
dude.
I'll grab it and
That'd be drip.
Super
pull it
discreet.
That's right.
over
It's
real
just,
quick.
just decked out with gear.
Yeah, right.
Eskra's been
Oh,
blessed by
Oh, do you have a bunch
frost
of magic
giant.
items? Oh, right.
What
yeah,
is-
she's correct.
What does it do exactly?
Does it cast what, mirror image or mirror something?
I'll tell you right now. So, while you wear this cloak, It projects an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. This property is suppressed while you are incapacitated, restrained, or otherwise unable to move.
Wait a minute.
Wow. That like matches Tyga's personality right there.
Counterpoint. I've gone
illusion?
down every fight.
I
If
don't
not
know.
twice.
That's quick.
But I
How
won.
many
I got
magic
one.
items do you have?
Yeah, for both of you guys.
I have too many. So
That one, the horn, and the blessing.
Like, if you take it, will you be able to stay attuned to it with your other stuff too, or no?
you have 3 too many
Yeah.
slots.
I don't have anything attuned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean,
And then-
I have that horn of silent alarm, which is technically a magic item, but I don't think that
Okay,
needs
okay.
attuned, does it?
No.
I have
No,
that, and
no.
then I have the blessing of the snow sprite, which isn't technically an item.
It's not like-
Well, that's within you, bro.
So yeah,
That's in here.
So
all you.
technically,
It's
it's
in your
just
heart.
that.
Okay. If we go to hookahs, hopefully his generosity still stands. Is that all right?
Love some more gear.
I'll look at Tyga.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no to free stuff.
Are you a fighter,
Okay.
Nico?
I don't know. No.
Oh my gosh, I just broke lore. I just said his name.
Hey, Brandon,
What do you
I
usually
can
call them?
change how that cloak kind of looks on me with my disguise self, correct? Because
I
Should
think
be
it-
clothing.
so.
it won't change how it fundamentally is, but it'll just
Just
change
like the
how it
look.
looks.
Yeah.
I believe
Maybe just get rid of the tendrils.
Yeah.
Get rid of the tendrils and make it all black. That's kind of what I was gonna do.
The edge. Ugh.
I feel like you can also just tailor it to do that too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
true. Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
I think it looks tough how it is.
True.
That's like tough.
I guess we'll head to hookahs for brevity.
Wait,
Or
real
unless now
quick
you're
before,
talking,
before,
Hey, baby.
Or I'll keep the tendrils, just make it all black.
Make a brevity.
real quick
Agree.
before we leave. I'll kind of like step up to Nico. You still down for all this?
Hey man, I'm just here to write. Just here to write.
You here to do any good?
I mean, I don't think lighting up a house is good. I'm not really part of that.
You know what a lich is, right?
Do I know the liches, Mr. DM?
I asked the cleric from the college.
History check
That is
with
true.
advantage.
Come on. He's got a high GPA.
You said history advantage?
Yeah.
Why is my history so bad?
Your history's so
I
bad.
wonder why, man.
Bro, what kind of student are you, man?
Too much doobie smoking, that's why.
Yeah.
Yikes!
This guy's on grass
better get a
24/7.
better roll here.
Scooby snacks.
18. 19 minus 1.
You're familiar with the term lich,
It's
which
one.
is somebody who essentially puts their soul within an object or something, and essentially gains immortality.
Kettrick, Thorn?
No,
Not
no.
exactly, but
No.
sort of.
Davy Jones.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose.
Sure,
Actually, yeah, kind of.
sure,
That's a
yeah.
lot
Like
closer.
Okay.
Parts
That is
Caribbean
what-
Davy Jones?
Hey,
yeah.
W
Yeah.
can. W can.
Kind of,
Okay.
kind of.
Kinda.
It's weird to think about, but yes.
I like
Davy
that
Jones in
thinking.
D&D.
So I asked you, do
You
you know what a
probably
lich is?
There might be a Davy Jones.
Yeah, that'd be Davy Jones. Yeah, a man, a random like account.
David Jones.
David Jones.
David
He plays the lute.
Jones.
He plays the lute on Tuesdays.
Like, kind of like,
Nico, do you know what a lich is?
kind of like David Jones. Like
There's
that,
no-
that folktale.
Nico, do you know what a lich is?
Yeah, of course.
Then you
Like-
know that they're not good.
Are they real? Do I know if they're real?
Yeah, you know they're real.
Like there's gonna be one?
That's what Esmeralda wants to be. She wants to raise an army of the dead and take over everything, essentially becoming immortal.
And she wants to bring Ranthorn back and make him immortal as well.
She wants to make multiple liches.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to believe that. I mean, someone just told me that this military guy like one of my textbooks about to take over the world.
I mean, we were attacked by a guy who proclaimed himself, or at least said he was associated with Eldrin.
I mean, you do what you're gonna do, man.
We don't have to force Nico into
I'm not
trying
forcing.
to fight.
I'm just asking if you're ready for what's going to be happening. We're going in somewhere where if we're found out, we're gonna have to fight our way out.
Well, I mean, I guess you brought me Solheim, so I got you.
Alright?
Alright. So as you pick up your things and you make your way towards first hookahs and then the cave, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we will head over
Alright.
to hookahs. See what
We're
other
gonna make some
drinks
ramen,
and
baby.
things- Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fennec's got that smoke.
He's got that smoke.
Finna got that smoke. Brando,
We got smoke on him.
am I able to add these items like with your aid? Excuse me.
Oh, you can add them. I'll probably do it after sesh though.
Oh, okay.
You'll
Are they
lose-
not
Snack
like
time.
they're not like named items already, or are they like are they something like that? Because I might be able to just look them up and put them in real
Brendan.
quick.
Yeah.
You have RT?
I think so.
You spot me?
Let me roll first. Then I'll spot you. Yeah.
But you just okay. Well, don't claim your wish list, cause then I'm fucked.
Okay. Well, I have claim. I haven't
You
claimed it.
got Metro Man.
Oh shoot, you're right. I did get Metro Man, huh? Wait, do I have RT? Let me make sure.
I'm right back.
Alright. I have RT.
Oh, thank God.
4, 5.
You would RT him?
Who, Tobuscus?
Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
There you go. All right, I need you to do it though.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Would you like to add that coat?
That's what I was just telling Logan. I'll add your stuff, sure. Give me a sec. Let me go ahead.
Whoa.
And we're back. So, you guys make your way over. Whoa, let's do this here, right? What are we feeling? What are we feeling? What are we feeling here? What are we feeling here? Let's do a little. No. As much as I love you, no. All right, cool. So, and we're back. Discordia, you make your way over towards Hookah's armory once again. Gonna get some free stuff. Along the way, Arthur. Or along the way, I guess check towards the group because people weren't there. Fen says, Dalen, right? Arthur, Fauna. I asked because I'm not a selfish douchebag. Do any of you three smoke? Well, Dalen and Fauna, you guys smoke. I know Arthur still smokes.
Just gonna look at Arthur. Smoke what?
The assassin's weed.
Any other names?
Elven moongrass.
You can't smell it, Dalen?
I just wanted to have it said.
Wait, Elven moongrass.
You know, I haven't in years since I left.
Don't lie to me.
Before I left.
Don't lie.
I've never seen him once.
You never
How
seen
much?
this once. How much do I have?
How much is it?
We're on mission. As long as we're on mission,
Oh.
we are.
I thought we weren't doing anything till tomorrow.
We're business partners now, miss. Until we die, we run away, or the thing burns down. But if you want to give me like some silver, I won't fight you for it. I'll take it.
I'll give him 3 gold. I'll give him 3 gold and I'll say, just give it to whoever wants it.
Oh, thank you so much. All right.
So unchained, bro.
Thanks, Arthur.
Oh, reaching for it.
Let's wait for tonight, probably.
No. If she wants it, if she
Well,
wants to smoke it.
You have a tolerance. You have a tolerance.
I mean, what? It's been, I don't know, 8 months. So I've been detoxed.
You used to smoke.
Wait, you?
Shoot, give me one.
I'll take one too.
Oh, it's awesome. Everybody's smoking
One?
once in their
Isn't it
life.
just a pipe? Bro took his whole pipe.
I thought he was gonna roll a blunt.
Bro took his entire pipe.
All right, let me just give me a second. I was only expecting like one of you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Especially, I was expecting her, but hey, she's from the forest. What did I expect? All right, let's go.
Literally
She's
Chris's
from the
family.
forest.
It's actually Chris's family.
That's crazy.
She starts.
You guys have a
handing
death
them out, like,
bong or?
Oh, okay. So is this the smoking weed arc? What's going on?
Fauna pulls out her now.
Everybody is smoking.
No.
One person has lung cancer. They used to have lung cancer.
Yeah,
Like, just
heretofore
keep going.
unknown of. Fauna whips out an insanely large.
Finn is
bong.
just Chris.
Unfortunately,
just Chris.
unfortunately, no. I do not have a
That's mine equipment.
He starts he hands one. to
Now that's
Arthur.
some deadly stuff.
He hands one to Fauna. Now this is. I don't know if you had.
Just give me the light.
Well, damn.
I need to warn you
I
about
think
it.
I think Tyga's not there
I'm
anymore.
not
like
warning
it.
you. I'm not warning you. I'm warning.
I think he's gone.
I'll look.
He can light it in this freaking snowstorm.
I'll look at Fauna.
Yeah.
Look over at Arthur. Look over at Fennec. Back to Arthur. Fauna. Back to Fennec. What does this feel like?
Like rest and relaxation.
It just makes you chill.
Should I try some?
So
I'll do this. I'll go.
Now,
I'm gonna hand it to you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
now, Escort. Do you want to? It's okay if you don't want to.
Hell yeah,
I
she
mean,
does.
I want to try it.
Take
I'll
this one. Finn,
Well,
you need to
okay,
get
well,
that one.
take it with my two
Okay,
fingers.
I'll go over there and I'll go over there and I say,
Now take it slow.
Very
okay?
deep breaths. Very deep breaths. Just breathe
Take
in.
it
No.
just a little,
Shallow, shallow.
Don't-
just a
no,
little.
as
Be
I
careful.
fucking go, as I ghost to my first.
yeah, you go
Don't purple out. Don't
blow
purple out
rings,
now. Don't
I just-
purple out.
purple out.
No, shh, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Breathe. Well, I mean, I know you can't breathe right now, but come on, you got to get it all out. Get it all
There you
out. Get it
Dylan's just
all
like
out.
standing there.
Coughing makes it worse.
Oh,
You want some?
Why are we doing this right now?
can I?
I'm
Anybody
about
have
to-
some
Fauna wanted
water?
it right now.
I'm about to
Anybody
go
have
see-
water?
I'll give her my
I got-
canteen.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
We're about to go see
Oh.
the most
I'll hand it back.
horrible person I've ever. A person. If this was any other world, and I had the opportunity, I'd probably kill this girl.
Mm.
But
We know you have your own ambitions.
Hmm.
Oh, well, I
keep my
do.
ambitions to myself. But you know, we've talked about it. Oh, that's all right. There you go. There you go. Coffee makes it worse. Coffee makes it
Esther
worse.
starts giggling at Fauna.
Oh man, I'm such a good influence.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was
David,
that way, right?
Brandon, should I get?
It was that
should
way.
I get into the part?
No.
Dalen.
Dalen.
Shop was that way, right?
Shop's up here.
Yeah, that way.
Right,
Okay,
right around
cool.
the corner.
And I start walking that way.
You don't want.
He'll have one later.
Alright, cool.
He asked for one in Alton High.
Because I could not see this woman. I could not see this woman normally. But
I'll just stop and kind of like turn around. Timing, people.
perfect in my opinion.
We're
Well,
not doing anything tonight, Dalen.
yeah, we're not
We're-
attacking till tomorrow.
Well, actually, yeah,
We're
no. I mean,
literally
to be fair,
going-
Fauna's got a point.
I'm gonna get closer. We're literally going to see the head of a crime syndicate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
a
maybe I'm not
cancer
there.
to this world. She's
We're literally going there after this.
literally.
I'll start laughing at what
Think
Dalen
so
said.
high,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he thought he
yeah.
was thinking in the future.
I'll just start giggling and laughing.
Dalen. She's literally the worst. So this will help. She's literally the worst.
Why is everyone copying me now?
I'll start laughing again.
Timing, people.
You
feel
guys
kind of alone.
are screwed.
Timing people. All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Oh, this
Surprised
is
Nico hasn't got something already, bro.
And the smoke that
Tiger,
we go.
Tiger.
smoke is like a
No,
rich.
Tiger's not there. As soon as you guys were smoking, he left.
It's like a rich purple cloud that comes out of the mouth before it dissipates, and it is like as it smells. It is both. It's like a mix between a spicy and a sweet. It is flavored.
Oh, it's flavored.
Well,
Like a lavender?
Like
The,
lavender.
The herb itself, it's not like flavored. The herb itself has a flavor to it once it's burned. No, it's more of like a mix between, for the above table people, like a mix between like a cinnamon and like a fruity sort of.
Interesting.
It's an interesting sort of
Sugar and
flavor.
spice.
Everything nice.
And we get to hookah.
It's very ironic what's currently going on.
I would have offered
Luke's
Nico
here.
one as well. Nico, you want one?
It's against the school policy, man.
I'll look around. This doesn't look like a school.
Start laughing at me.
I don't want to get addicted, dude.
Addicted, really?
Got a boy.
Actually, it's not
Look
addictive.
what happened to her.
Well, she took the entire thing down in one dip breath. Hey, it's up to you.
Okay,
Okay.
man. I'm always chill.
Bye.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, we're here. We're already.
We're here.
That was a pretty loud laugh there.
It really has been years, huh? Amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm sure if the lung cancer didn't take this one, he'd still be blowing like a pro.
Popcorn lung.
Cancer.
Hookah. Hookah's there, still in behind the counter. Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
a
step
couple more
forward in front of everybody who's now inebriated in some way. Just be like, "We've come back," and I'll just kind of like point at the hat and the
Okay.
staff.
Yeah, I don't.
They're here for your stock.
Yeah, I could ascertain that much. All right. Well, I mean, come on, let's just go. Lock the door. Close and lock the door. Heads down the stairs. As you guys get down and see as the aforementioned sort of stash below. So, Deep Gnome, Arakakra, woman, what am I getting here for you? Oh, I see you're donning my displacement cloak.
Oh, I was gifted this by Dalen over here.
I'm glad it found a home. Well, yeah. What can I do for you? What am I working with?
Do you have any items for a warlock?
Yeah, I can figure something out here. Warlock. Interesting.
Me
Do I
you
not-
as well.
Do I not look like one?
I just don't see a lot of those around here. Well, let's see here. Warlock and what about the other two?
Starts
Like
giggling.
Nico,
Tiger climbs up because he probably couldn't see.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, you are. Yeah.
Lung cancer.
I'm a survivor. Anyway, do you have a? Before I save myself, do you have a portable ram?
portable ram.
What the frick is this, bro?
Let me see. Portable. There's a lot of smoke going around. There's a lot of smoke, and there's no windows down here. I'll tell you that much. And
Holy crap! Hurry
Homeboy
up!
has not stopped. Homeboy did not stop.
Yeah. Esther
like a
now has
sloth.
first and second hand high.
I might have a portable.
Freaking boys.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, I've got a portable ramp. You want a portable ramp? Aren't you a little small to be wheeling
No,
around?
it's for the whole crew actually. I'll probably give it to this guy. Point star.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I can get you a portable ramp. That's like
Oh, you actually have one.
that's pretty simple. Yeah. Just,
Yeah.
it's like
Give me that
black-
old man cough. Give me that old man cough.
He brings out this black cylinder with these two rings. It's about this big. I think it's here. Here's your portable RAM. Puts it, gives it to you. That's all you want?
No. Do you have
What's your expertise? What can I get for you?
Well, I'm a
See,
good hunter.
I see a crossbow back there. You got a quiver?
Yeah.
Rogue. You have a quiver?
Not really. I kind of just have a makeshift.
Put him in my pocket.
That's not gonna do. That's not gonna do good. Actually, I got some stuff here. If you're giving that RAM away.
Yeah. Just take your time. Take your time.
Yeah. Can you stop smoking that? Can you stop smoking that around here? My bad. Sorry. That's fanning around.
It's not going nowhere.
It's not going
Just
anywhere.
wafting.
It's like making it
Wafting in a
worse.
circle, yeah.
We could go upstairs if you need us to.
I'm gonna dilate time around Taiga for the smoke to kind of like have it
slow?
dissipate quicker.
Oh,
Yeah,
stay
it's
slow.
Make it faster.
Going as long
Yeah.
as slower.
Slow it down so it's really lingering.
This guy's gonna get a secondhand high, bro.
This and pulls out this like brown leather quiver with like a green lining and inseam. This quiver was given to me by there was a traveling sort of salesman that was coming through and was giving out stuff, and it was stolen off the back of his cart before I found some kids in front of my store who were trying to stuff rocks in it. I don't know who had it before, and takes out this quiver. Let me get this here for you. Go. And I'll send it. The quiver works. Do you guys? Oh, I see a few of you have them. You know how a bag of holding works, where it has a pocket plate. This in the same way holds arrows, bolts, everything of the sort. And so it helps to hold your arrows. I don't know who had this before. I haven't checked inside. There might be some leftover things in there that might be useful to you, arrows and the whatnot. But, if I could give you some advice, though, this is not something I can do here, but somewhere, if they have any form of enchanter or something like that, you should try and, if you can't find a magic crossbow or something of the sort, see if you can just get, this is a slums tip, don't get the entire crossbow magical. That's just too much money. Get too much gold. Get the bowstring enchanted. We'll do the exact same thing.
The what? Sorry, you broke up.
Get the bowstring enchanted. It'll get you the exact same thing for less price. Enchant the arrows should be fine.
Slum life hack.
It's because you guys are fun. As for
Thank you.
yes, I'll see what else I have. But as for the miss here. Bless you.
I put the portable RAM, by the way. That's what it looks like.
That's so dope. Does it like fold up?
Dang.
Thing's sick.
Oh, it's a ram.
I was hearing
Yeah.
ramp with a
You,
P.
you guys, I thought you thought it was the animal.
Well, I did at first,
did at
but then I
first.
was just thinking it was like I don't know why I was thinking like a portable like.
I thought
Like
you were talking about
RAM?
computer
This is
shit.
this
I
is
thought-
an
I thought it was
actual
like
thing,
something
by
that
the
we
way.
could
Like you
sit
look
in.
up equipment, it's in there, bro.
That's so sick.
Wait, what does it do? Like, what is that?
It's for busting down things.
Yeah.
If you don't, if the lock
Oh.
can't break it, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
portable RAM.
Let's go. Now we're talking.
No, it's
I
all-
thought it was like
I don't
RAM,
pick
RAM.
locks.
Like,
Let me see.
I was so confused. I was like, why do you want that? Does that have an existence? Well,
yeah, it's in D&D Beyond, bro.
no, I meant like RAM, like computers.
All right.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That did,
Yeah.
wait, did wow.
For you, I've got. He gets this beautiful curved scimitar, like a cutlass, that is of this almost white silver. And he holds it to you, and he swings it around
To who?
to you, Eskra.
Okay.
This scimitar was made with a special metal that is lighter than normal blades. This has been aptly named by me, the Scimitar of Speed. This scimitar, when you attack with this blade, you can either choose strength. You can either use your muscles, or because it's so fast, you can, if you're dexterous, you can use your dexterity modifier to
Your finesse.
your finesse to use for your damage. Yes, and it is exceptionally sharp, as it is a +1 scimitar as well.
I don't mean to be. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't mean to be a pain, but I take out the greatsword. I kind of already am able to do that.
Well, then I have nothing more for you. He goes back and puts it on the table.
I'll
Doesn't take
it.
the sword.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Sink.
The steam out the nose. I'll see what else I can do.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to hand out my entire stock. You killed one man, let's be honest here.
Oh, we'll do more before we leave.
If you do have anything, I will gladly pay.
Okay. I do have something for you though. It points to Arthur, but it's simply something I'm trying to get rid of. Maybe on your travels you'll be able to do something better with it, but I'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
The best that I can do for you, miss, as a warlock. He goes back and he comes back with this small, thin wand. This, I don't know what your weapon of choice is, but if at any moment you intend to cast spells, this is called the Wand of Fear. It is a all black wand, and it says, this wand, upon casting, extends for quite a long, for about 60 feet, and anyone within, if they're not wise enough, then they become frightened of you and will have no choice but to run in screaming fear from you.
As you see a smile creep across her face. Sounds perfect.
Here you go.
Grab it. Inspect it a little bit.
It's very clean. It's wooden, but it's like a sleek wood. It's almost like it's been polished down.
Okay.
Let's see if there's anything else I should note about it. Yeah, it's got at the front end, it's got like what seems to be some sort of like reptilian-like skull that's just ordained to the front, and then there are some little feathers that kind of come out the front before the black wand continues. And what about the Irokakra in the back?
I want some free stuff.
How can I help you?
What do you have?
I have quite a few things. I have weapons, rings, outfits. I have
You have a hat?
a hat. Let me check my stock. He goes walking around the room. A hat. Who asks for a hat? Yeah, I could do that. Stupid item. Sorry. I don't have hats on my list, so I'm looking for a hat. The best thing that I can do for you as a hat, unfortunately, I have a hat that works as a mug.
Whoa.
You can pour into it and then wear it, and the drinks don't fall on you. You take it out and just sip from it.
Nico, you healed me before, right?
Yeah, man.
He's
Maybe-
a cleric.
Maybe we get something that helps with that instead of drinking out of a hat.
If I bring that back to campus, everyone's gonna think I'm the coolest person ever. That sounds great.
Well, maybe let's get something that makes sure you get back to campus for sure.
What's wrong with the hat?
It's not very useful for
How do-
helping you not die.
How do I clean it? Can I ask that?
It doesn't get dirty.
So like any liquid could go in here and then I empty it out and it's just
Potions, water, alcohol. It holds more than it appears.
like mud.
Yeah, you could put mud in there if you wanted to. I don't know how lava would work, so I don't think that would work. But acid.
Nico, what
I
he's
need
saying
this.
is that you could put liquid in there, and then you could take it off and drink from it.
Yeah, I know. That's what's so awesome. I want the hat.
It's a really just anything else that he might find more useful than the hat that can hold presumably snow and or water, the only liquids around here.
I get parched sometimes.
You said he's a healer? He's your...
Yes.
Alright, let me go look around.
That's good. Did buy
thank
30 bottles
God.
Let
of
me
poison.
scroll down.
Scroll through my stuff here.
Dude, a hat that has like just lean.
The walk hat.
I can only imagine it's
What
a
does this hat look like?
cowboy hat, 10-gallon hat.
It looks like a... it looks like a...
Who's of the year?
like a brimmed, sort of like these hats.
Can you equip it?
Like a bucket hat.
No, it's like a
I've
like
no.
a
He
fedora,
pointed
man.
at his TV, bro. I don't know what-
like a fedora, bro.
Wait, actually, just a fedora. A bowler.
The bowler hat, yeah.
I know that
Bowler.
from DC Universe. It's like the bowler hat.
I can't believe we're still talking about hats right now.
As for cleric-wise,
Wait, the bowler
there is a
hat?
hat. I have these, this necklace, and it's this necklace that has these 6 beads that sit along the bottom. It says each of these beads have some form of magic stored within. They may be permanent. I don't believe they are, but it's possible that they are. And you take your chance at plucking up the beads, and any mixture of healing, aiding, restoration, or extra dimensional aid come to your need.
You know, Nico, that sounds a lot better.
Can I like do like an Arcana check to like figure out like what it like more detail like what it is?
It is a necklace. It is necklace of prayer beads.
Well,
It is a 1d20.
okay.
Each bead is able to cast a different spell. The ones here are Bless, Cure Wounds, Greater Restoration, Branding Smite, Planar Ally, or Windwalk.
Wait, so
Planar
you're branding
ally?
smite your ally on accident?
No, you would just be able to. Your weapon would be hit with.
Oh,
Branding
okay,
Smite,
right,
so you
right,
can
right.
mix it.
So, like planar ally is like,
You love gambling. Just take it.
isn't that like someone
It's-
spawns in?
This is a gotcha necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
easy.
the other one is a hat that I can like drink soup out of. Like that's different.
I've
Can I
already
give
given
you,
the hat.
like-
I've already given
Yeah.
you the hat. I don't want that.
Oh, I get another one.
That hat I was going to throw out tomorrow morning. Nobody wants the hat, but it's very
What?
good. I'm giving it to you for free. No one would buy it. This though is aid.
Oh no,
It works.
it's
It
not-
works for paladins as well.
Sounds like. a little
Actually,
bit-
it works
oh,
for 3 of you.
I
Cleric,
don't know
druid,
what
or
I'm
paladin.
getting here. It seems like. Is there anything that's more like confirmed you have? You're just gonna throw out?
Unfortunately, not. Here, miss. It goes towards you, Fauna. I don't. Whatever. Here, take. Puts it in your hand. You can wear them, or you can give them to the paladin or
Thank
the
you.
cleric, of course.
It was a
last-
necklace, right?
Yeah. It,
Okay.
well,
I just put it on. So.
Actually, I'll just send you this link. Lastly, before you guys head on your way, because I have truly nothing more to give you. He goes to the back and he has this like silver, you think black, like chest piece that's like cracked. It says this is an adamantine chest plate. It is broken and it is very it's pretty bad, but if you take this to the right arcane blacksmith, which is not anyone around here, and gives it to you, Arthur, they
think
can
I know
most
a guy.
certainly- They can most certainly put that together for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a little worse for wear now, but I'm sure one day it can be better. Anyway,
Do you have anything for a dog?
I can get you a nice collar.
I already have one.
I apologize. What about a good-looking tiefling man with 2 guns? Unfortunately not.
Wait, can I like buy things here, or is it just free stuff?
You can.
Good luck with that.
Well, can I buy like do you have like a really good like magic item for someone support?
I
Someone who
did.
supports.
I did. I just
And you
to the
gave it
girl.
away for free.
Yeah, I did. I just gave it to the girl.
How do you make money?
It's to support the
I
cause.
have
Oh,
a stock. And the only thing that fits your description I gave to her. Enjoy your hat. Anything more?
Whoa!
Let's go.
All right. Then get out.
Thank you, Hookah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, and maybe get some windows down here.
Yeah.
Might defeat the purpose,
Don't
but
bring smokers down here. Look.
Yeah, maybe a non-smoking sign.
I'll that I might look into making. Thank you. He comes up behind you guys. Actually, he would have been before you guys. And he opens
I'm
the
so
door.
sorry. I thought it was okay to smoke in here. I'm so sorry.
It's no issue to me. It's to your friend. But go on. And good luck in your travels, Discordia.
Thank you, Hookah.
Leads
Thank
you
you.
out and closes the door behind you.
okay.
now to just go meet the syndicate. leader.
Finn, you lead the way.
Let's move.
I do have a quick question because I forgot because I'm dumb. You said something was wrong with Lucy. She's under the weather, but is there a reason we couldn't meet Lucy first before ER?
You possibly could if you weren't like seen.
Oh, right. Okay. Because we gotta meet her so we're known
Yeah.
that we're there. Okay.
But if you like sneak around, it's good. But well, let's just So you get to the mouth of the mine. It's about right at this point. It's about pushing 3. And you get to the mouth of the cave. Let's do this instead, actually. Okay. Alright. She gets to the mouth of the cave, to the crates, and you see as Arthur, you're probably the closest to Fennec as you walk in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He walks in, as he keeps walking, he just hands his pipe over towards you and says, "Hold it for me."
I'll take a hit off it.
Next to the cave, and he goes, "Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!" As some of these like black birds come flying out of the cave, and out of the shadow, you hear some light, like in the back of the cave. You hear some light footsteps before they inevitably stop. And Fauna, here behind you. Well, who comes to see today?
Oh God.
You turn around and you see this Drugar, short beard, short white beard, bald head, sort of a darkish purple blue skin with these heavy brown rogue leathers, and this hood that is up that as he brings down, you see the bald head.
Ew.
Bald. What can I do?
Hello?
Fennec says, Kirill, I'm gonna go see the boss. Kirill responds, well, I don't think she'll be taking all of this company at the moment. Look, we're friends, and I think I've got something that's gonna be pretty enticing for her. We've got a bargain we'd like to make. He says, is that so? Give me one moment. Takes out this copper wire, speaks into it.
Dispel magic. No, I'm kidding.
Says, all right then. Let's go. And there is, as you walk deeper into the cave, there are about 3 mine carts that are lined up on the abandoned old mine. Kirill gets in the front. Fen will get in the one behind him. The rest is up to you. They are pretty decent. They realistically probably can hold about 3 or 4 people per.
I'll go with Fen.
Hop in.
Yeah, I'll hop in.
Because it doesn't matter. I'll just say, Dalen, Nico, Askra, you sit in the back. Taiga wins him a Fen. Taiga, we'll swap Taiga and Askra. So then in Fen's cart is Fen, Arthur, Fauna. No. Fen, Arthur, Roman, Fauna. We'll take a seat.
Roman, I'll pocket Roman
Okay.
for this.
Then Askra, Fauna, Fen, Arthur, the rest. Back. As Kirill hits one of the hits one of the levers on the side, and the cart starts to tread forward, and you all start to feel. Well, what you see first is you feel the carts start to tread down before Kirill goes rolling downwards. As you guys as well start moving forward, as your carts start. This cave. The cave.
I'll be back.
The cave is colder than it's very cold to a degree. For those who are not immune or resistant to cold, to chills, it is a colder sort of climate down here as it starts high, then it gets low, and everything seems to be at that level. As you're moving through, actually, Tiger's in the back, so he'll wait. Through the cave system, through the mines, you eventually come to a halt, and as far as you can tell, every now and then you'll see somebody just kind of walking through, but there's no mass groups of people as far as you see, until you get sort of to the back, to which you find maybe 15, 16 people who are kind of huddled together around that area. Who are huddled around that back area that, as Kirill gets out, you see that they kind of give you some bad looks before they see Kirill, and it's like who's in the front? Let's give Arthur, Esther's gone, and Fauna, give me an insight check. Give me an insight.
By the way, I actually did remember that I have 1 level of exhaustion.
Right.
So disadvantage on ability checks for me.
17. Excuse me.
Oh gosh. You know what? I just don't even count it. It's a 10.
Okay. What'd you roll, Arthur?
17.
10? Double 10? Okay.
17.
17.
17.
17 is, they look at you with, not you specifically, but your group, with, a quick shot of just, disgust, and, what did they bring down here, in our sacred area? And then they see Kirill come out and lead, and they're like, oh. This, a sign of, respect, as Kirill walks through. Move aside, we've got cargo for ER. Everyone sort of moves away. Looks back and he says, Deep Noom, front and center.
Okay.
Where you from?
Not from here. Not Zelzibar.
Out of continent.
You speak Undercommon.
He begins to speak to you in Undercommon. Yeah, I speak a bit of Undercommon.
How long have you been up here?
So it looks off like he's looking through his past. 50 so years. So at first the cold was I've been northbound for pretty much my whole life. I'm sure at some point I came on a favor. These suggestions towards this and Goes back to common. Nice beard work.
Yes, you as well. We're both touching our beard.
Mine could grow a little bit longer, but I like to keep mine a little trimmed. And so what brings you all down here today? I hear you've got meeting with ER. I can be so selfish.
To be honest, I'm just. I guess my other acquaintance knows what he's doing, so I'm just kind of the flow. I'm just here.
I see. Well, whatever it is, whoever it is you all are, seems pretty. She seems pretty ecstatic. But there was also like an undertone of weariness. Who are you? You obviously don't have to answer me.
I grew up here. She knows me, I'm sure.
I see. The rest of you from... Let's start broad, the north. Interesting. Because you don't get visitors very often.
Who'd want to be here?
If I had a beer, I'd cheers to that. You walk up to this. Drop some pictures here. But you open up to this open part of this cave, and there is a building that sits at like a small building that actually sits in the back of this cave, with some flatter rocks that sort of lead up like about 10 feet in front of the building, and then you guys are about 30 feet or so in the back. It's illuminated by these like lavender-like crystals that sort of decorate the walls of this cave/cavern. He says, if you're looking for her, that's where you go. Well,
All right.
thank you kindly. All right. Everybody ready? Kirill, take it easy, huh? Actually, he'll say, Kirill, take it easy. Kirill's gone. But,
For the tiger.
it's in the race, it's in the blood. It's in the blood. But
Wait, I'm a little lost. Was I talking to that guy, or was I talking to Fennec?
you were talking to that guy.
Okay,
You were talking to that guy.
cool. Yeah, you did pull a tiger. Honestly, that picture you sent, he looks like a younger tiger.
Yeah, real.
Let's see here.
Can you hear shenanigans?
Bro's got a diamond on his head.
Yeah. Let's see. This is probably. Yeah. Let's say I'll just put a couple of all right. Fen says, well, you could go down that way. Points to the left of where he pointed. You see this sort of cavern, or like this like hole in the wall cave. So that's probably where that's where Lucy is. But obviously we'll have to sneak to get to the door, or we could walk straight and go to ER.
If we go, let's be honest. What are the consequences if we go there unannounced? Not great, right?
Not great, especially if we want her aid in this.
Let's go to the woman. ER. Let's go to ER.
ER it is.
Prepare yourselves. Oh, also, Fen, do you know if Eunice or Serena are there? Hopefully not.
want to kind of guess that at least Serena's there.
Okay.
Eunice is probably on guard down that way.
Well, only way is for him, so. Everyone else beware of darker skinned humanoid woman, yellow eyes. She's kind
I want to use detect magic.
Okay, interesting.
See if anything's going on here.
Okay. You pop detect magic and you kind of scan around the area here. There are some indications of like magic. Usually it's down the side of the hip. Meaning like a weapon. From the building in front, you do see it's hard to like ascertain what magics. As far as the type of magic, let's see here. You find hints of transmutation magic, which is changing things.
Okay.
And you you have some there's some divination, which is basically like knowledge of like divination and some conjuration. Making stuff with people.
Nothing that really looks like it's pointed at us or
No.
going to be used toward us.
Nothing that's like it was used towards you. Things that you probably ascertain that it's probably things that are just like in there that are devices that they'll use either on the daily or you know what, actually there is one thing that I think would stand out to you. That is let me look up specifically what school of magic this is. You find a lot of looking stuff up this session. Not bad. An abjuration. An abjuration type of magic that looks like it's basically like to protect things, and it looks like it is a line of magic that kind of circles the bottom, the floor of this building.
Okay.
Make an Arcana check for me. Let's see.
Sure. 13 plus 6, so 19.
19. This type of magic that lines something like this is probably a sort of detect spell. Like if someone is trying to sneak in, it seems like it's a magic that is left up, like an alarm spell. So in case someone was to sneak in, it would go off.
Gotcha.
As you walk up to the building, who's leading? Are you having Fennec lead?
Yeah, I'll be next to Fennec.
Fen says, brace for impact. Come in. As you walk in, you smell the smell of like fresh incense. You see a dark room illuminated by 2 or 3 candles that sit on the front of this dark wooden desk. The desk itself doesn't seem to be the most intact thing, but it looks better than it should be, I guess we'll say. On the table, you spot a number of papers that are sort of lined up. Along the walls are a bunch of shelves and metal casings that seem to be either folded up cloth. This is actually something very interesting. I think Fauna is the highest passive, so Fauna's the only one that would notice this. But so Fauna rolled perception check with disadvantage because of your thing.
Oh, frick, that's a good one. keep it up. Holy frick! I got an 18 and then I got a 17. So that's a 25.
25.
Wow.
You notice this. 25. That okay? I guess you. That.
I'm freaking
you're
anxious.
pushing,
That's why.
You're pushing into. You're pushing
Fauna's
into-
anxious.
You're gonna get some insight from this. So, on the shelves, you see a number of daggers and like blades that are placed, sort of ornamentally, and at first you sense it's to give off, an idea of power, of presence, but as you look deeper in the hidden shaded parts of the room, underneath some of the same desks, you see small daggers, you see pocket knives, you see small bags of stuff. These things that are ornamental are there to show her power. But even if things were to go south, even in the case of she wants to attack you without you knowing, she has things hidden all around the room that no matter where she goes to, she can get something to turn back on you. Which brings
Oh, are you gonna keep going?
Yeah, but what do you got?
Okay.
I
was just gonna say, under Fauna's breath, she would say, the rusted knives.
As you pan back to in the front, sitting at the table. Well, standing next to the figure sitting at the table, you see a dark-skinned human woman, hair buzzed down, this black leather armor with this half cape that comes down the left shoulder, two long swords sheathed into the back, and sitting on the chest piece is this symbol. Looks kind of like an eye. Then there's like an upside down, it's an eye, but a normal question mark that kind of encapsulates the eye. Comes down to a point. Taiga, make a religion check for me.
Whoa. Religion check is crazy.
It's someone from Fire.
Oh, you know what's even crazier? 1.
It's a symbol that you have seen before, but there are so many symbols in your line of work. You've seen a lot of these symbols come and get taken care of.
I really want to know what that symbol looks like.
It is hard to tell which god it is, but you can tell even without just passive knowledge this is a symbol of some god. And the fact that you notice it, it's probably a prime deity or a betrayer god.
Okay. Do we know?
Along with the buzzed hair, you see these heavy scars along the face. This woman knows combat. And sitting to her right, in a chair, leaned back, one hand up, feet kicked up on the table. As this entire time you've walked in and you've been sitting there, she just has a burning gaze on Arthur. She watches. Fen says, ER. How we doing? How's the day been? She sort of sits there.
Not in common, Finn.
I'll just let you handle this.
In Abyssal, I will say, hello, Landry.
See Esker's ears kind of perk up a little bit to that.
In Abyssal, she responds as she sort of takes her feet off the table and leans towards you. It wasn't the language that took my speech away. And then she says in common, chose not to answer. You see, forgive me, new guests, but this was not what I was expecting on a Wednesday afternoon. The prodigal bastard comes home. It's been a long few years, hasn't it? Arthur,
Very long.
I've been longing every hour, minute since the last time.
Well, I'm hoping to get out of your hair so you can long some more. But we do need your help.
Forgive my lack of elegance. My name is the Iron Rogue. I am Elandri Roxentren. I am the single flame that keeps the will and fate of these slums alive. I keep it all running. I am not only the shadow, but I am also the face and the light of it all. And I understand you wish to meet with me. Pretty ballsy, no? Last time you were here, you got a lot of my family, my people killed. Why shouldn't I slit your throat where you stand?
They were my people too.
Clearly not. Let's face
Listen.
the fact, Arthur. You use them. You use them for your own personal gain. So gold and dragon blood can spill. Now, me personally, either way, I enjoy it. Another noble killed. But as the tale of the Hydra goes, you cut one head off and... Anyone?
2 more come back.
So now the Duchess takes her place. And now you come waltzing back like the little lizard you are. What could I do for you, love?
The Hydra has to run out of heads eventually. I'm here to stop. I'm here to stop her. Not kill her. It's ridiculous. I just need to get into her house.
The dark-skinned woman to her right. Oh, even. I didn't even describe this woman. You see a lavender-skinned tiefling, wolf-like black, almost to the point of purple hair that pours down in the middle of the 2 hooked horns that protrude from the right above the brow, the rest tumbling past the shoulders. The black leather tunic sits in the midsection met by a dark maroon corset that hugs the midsection, matching the, I can't tell how long it is, but the maroon burgundy leather coat that sits on the shoulders. The eyes glowing in this dark spot. I believe that's correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Arthur here. It's a nice little yellow going on there.
Yeah, I think so.
She is both beautiful and intimidating as she continues. Well, as she finishes and her cohort to the left says, "And what? You expect us to deal with you? You expect us to deal your burden after you have done all of this to us? What you say next better be something good."
Let's slow our roll here, Serena, okay? I understand what I did was brash.
In my location. You speak with reverence. To me. And to her. You are
Forgive me.
visitors. When I speak, you listen. When she speaks, you acknowledge. But I am curious as to what you have to offer.
Last time I was here, Renthrin's blood spilled. I understand the cost. Okay, I've thought about it. It was brash, and I didn't think about the consequences. My mother just died. I was young, very young. Okay, I didn't mean to get people killed. I did mean to kill him. And if I may be blunt, it benefited you greatly. I know your grand plan of... I know you like the balance, but if it were to tip, I'm sure you would take advantage of it.
Of course I would.
Anyway, if I can get into Esmeralda's house, is there anything that you need inside of it? Because we're throwaways. If we get caught, we're dead. No consequence to you.
I do. Actually, I have a proposition. She opens the drawer, stands up with this silver dagger in her hand, and she twirls between her fingers. She begins to circle around you. I am one that is a fan of games. But I am even more someone who is a fan of gambling, taking the risk. What you say, what you plan to do, to go to Esmeralda's manor, you will die. You will not make it. She licks the corner of the blade. But if you had me, if I was in the manor, if I was there, I know I can get you into the Beverly Shire. And if I was right next to you all, then why would I have to ask you to bring me what I want? I could take it myself.
What is it that you want?
What I want goes beyond my material possession. This cave is a working theory. You see, back during the big world-ending war 500 years or so ago, there was a half-god that the legends say encompassed so much of the earth. Half-god of the Guardian, the Foundation Dome. It was a large snake that burrowed its way through the ground. It was used to make a bunker for the followers of Dome. Its name was the Terra-Scaled Ulgarnt. And I know that it was real. There's a tale. I've never seen it myself. But there's a passageway underneath all of Zelzibar for the darkest of the dark. The dirtiest of the dirty. It's the abyss. None of you would have ever heard of the abyss, would you?
I'll kind of step up next to Arthur. Yes. I have. I've been.
Paint me surprised. surprised. What is your name? Are you in the old man form?
No,
What is your name?
Dalen.
She traces her somewhat long nails that have been filed down to be sort of sharp. She just traces it along your palm. Well, I'm happy that someone stood forward. Dalen. Well, that changes a lot of things. You see, my plan is to do something that people like Garthia could never. I want to get everyone out of the slums. And if the abyss is the remnants of this terra-scaled snake, and this was once a bunker in and of itself of the war, and somewhere in this cave it leads there. And I can get everyone from the slums out of the city. I can save them all. But first, I do want to make this place the land of the slums. I don't even like the name the slums. We'll turn Solheim into our home rather than a trash dump on the outside of the city. You want to kill Esmeralda? Then I want power. Once this is all done, someone has to take control of that absence of power. You said it yourself. When the scales tip, I take advantage. So, I'm not saying I want to be a noble, but I want power in the city. I want people like the mayor to be on his knees, begging for scraps. As I sit upon my throne with everybody else in the slums, finally with roofs over their heads and food to eat, as the rich beg for mercy. That sounds like a beautiful future. And there's something in there that was on a shipment that I failed to get before. There is something that I need. You see, Esmeralda doesn't take her shipments from the road. Why would she? She takes it from the sea, from the ocean. A few years ago, there was an altercation between a ship that came up from the ocean and a shipment ship. We could only ascertain had people from her paid off, perhaps. There was a fight along the Shadow Storm Sea that resulted in a lot of it getting to the bottom of the ocean. We got the stuff that hit the coast, but some we couldn't afford to get. Those shipments she stole. And I want it back. And I know they're in there. So, me and I'll take Serena with me. Sorry, Serena. I never got your names.
You know mine.
Serena says, unfortunately.
We call ourselves Discordia. As a group.
How cute. Well, Serena, Discordia, my left hand, but as intelligent, if not a little less than me. Serena sort of gestures towards the little pendant that's around her neck. She says, very intelligent. Well, Discordia, you wish to get into the Waverly Shire? Here's why you came to me. I will tell you why. I assume Fen told you that I was the only way in. The reason is because if you've seen, there are these very nice carriages that come through the city. A year ago, I intercepted one of them. The man behind the wheel was a little bit busy. So now the carriage sits with me, and it is the way to get in and out. We'll get one of our best to sit the front, the back, and hold everybody. If they come to the back, you better get your story ready, or get a way of not being shown. Because, trust me, we will be taken care of. And then, I will tell you straightforward. I will take advantage of you. We'll get what we need. You will do whatever the hell you need to do in Esmeralda's manner. Frankly, I do not care. You do it, I will do mine. We get out. You don't get seen. You don't speak my name. I don't get seen. I don't speak yours. We get out safe. And then we go about our measly lives. And you continue to run around with the sins that you have to atone for right there. Or the blood that drapes your shoulders and you walk through. The bastard boy Naltia breaks back into his home.
I want to look at everyone. Well,
Doesn't seem like we're gonna get a better deal anywhere else.
She
Nowhere
stops
else can
in
we
front of
buy?
the table and she sits on the front of it with her hands down, just feet crossed, watching you, waiting for the answer.
please.
Doesn't seem
any
like we're gonna.
thoughts?
Doesn't seem like we're gonna get a better deal anywhere else because nowhere else can provide.
I'll look at Finnick too.
You're smart.
I'll look at Finnick.
Ben's just kind of arms folded, just watching it go down. They get us in. I get us in.
Oh God.
She does whatever the hell she needs to. We do. Or I'll help you do whatever the hell you need to do.
So you need the. I'm gonna whisper. The problem I have is whatever the hell she needs to do.
It can't be worse than what you just told. It can't be worse than what you just told.
The lesser evil, huh?
And Abyssal, she says, the lesser evil? What I'm doing is good, by the way. Surprised you can't
I
see
don't-
that.
I don't know if that would be hypocritical.
Maybe you have grown up a little bit.
Fauna, Taiga, Eskra, Dalen, Nico. Opinions. Confirm, deny.
She doesn't sound that bad. Could I like give insight at her while she was talking?
Sure, what do you want to insight?
And when she goes into power, is she like
Evil?
evil? Like
Make an
is she
insight
like
check.
bad intent?
Make an insight check.
Sounded like it. She wants to be the oppressor now.
Yeah, she wants to make the rich growl now.
She wants to be just like Arthur.
Oh my. Okay, wait. What am I? Oh, I got a 19. What am I checking for here?
Insight.
Insight. Wait, I'm a genius. Oh my. 26.
26.
Oh my.
30's a miracle.
You.
Wow, 26 is great.
She seems like she believes she's doing something good. You can also, but objectively, there is malice to what she wants to do. There's a lot of. Her eyes are cold, but they're also pinpointed. On surface, her glance seems like she's just seducing. But behind those eyes, she's peering into your soul with every word she says. Like she is intending to use you.
Cause havoc. Oh, to use
To
me.
use you, but she's not opposed to you all being on the same side as her in this moment. But there's also no form of trust or anything that sits behind the eyes as well.
Am I far enough away where I could like speak under my breath and she wouldn't hear me, or no?
No.
No. Okay.
You were like, she's sitting on the table and you're like right here.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm gonna take out a copper piece.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like pretend like I'm considering it for a second, and then I'm gonna flip it.
Okay.
And catch it. Pretend like I'm flipping it, you know. End up like here. Then I'll hold it, looking at the result. I can't detect everybody's thoughts. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts. That being my verbal component.
On her?
It
Oh.
is not a specific person, and they will not be aware unless I probe deeper.
Yeah.
Unless they detect it from, you know, me casting it.
Okay, so you were getting her surface thoughts. You're getting Elendry's surface thoughts.
Surface thoughts.
Her surface thoughts are... This is just what I needed. This is just what I needed. Perfect. What comes next? How can I use this at this point in time? I guess the surface level thoughts.
Alright, so that's it.
You can
I've
delve
finished
deeper?
my sentence.
You can delve deeper.
Yeah, make sure she knows.
Who knows? She might
I'll
respect
say,
the game. She might respect the game.
I'll say, I can't detect everybody's thoughts as I cast it. And then I'm just gonna turn towards her. But I do have to ask, can we trust you not to rat us out? What is that first thought that comes to mind?
Oh. So the first thought that comes to your mind is
60 seconds. So.
can you 60 seconds? You get this is the last thing you get. You get so you asked, can we trust you not to rat us out?
To rat us out.
Her first thought is yes. She says, I'll do whatever I want. I'll do whatever I want. Whenever I want. Whatever benefits my gain.
I'll just kind of look.
I wouldn't trust me if I were you.
But you're not. And I'll turn to everybody. And I do.
And Landry, Lucy gets to come, right? That wouldn't be a problem for you.
Sure. As she's kind of like looking at Dalen. Yeah, sure, she can come. Doesn't matter to me. Stick it with Fen. If she wants to come, of course.
I'll shimmy on over closer to Arthur, and I don't care if she hears me, but I'll just talk quiet anyways and just kind of look at him.
We need for your plan to work. We need to do it with help. Our plan was always to do it alone. I don't know if there's a way to back out now.
Okay. You can come with. We'll take your aid, and we'll get you inside.
they are noxious. My apologies. Alright. Well, is there anything more I can help you with, loves?
Can you get Finnick some gunpowder?
Serena, tell Eunice to go get gunpowder.
You said that you believe this terra-scaled snake is what created the abyss, or is the abyss?
I believe the abyss is what remains of it tunneling through the ground. It made
It's the
it.
remnants.
And
The
then
tunnel.
it's whatever it is.
And you
It is fine.
hope or know that there is a tunnel here.
This cave was once a blockade of sorts, a refuge for the war. The abyss as a whole was a refuge for the war. It is very possible that this can either exit out into the abyss or some other way to get out of the city. It's not possible to just walk out. Not this mess. They need us for money. They need us to keep this damn city alive. It makes my stomach churn.
I see. Thank you.
Of course you do. Of course. Well, Discordia. It's been a pleasure. We leave at morning. Get a good night's sleep. You will leave. Let's call it before the morning crowd rushes in. Let's call it 6 a.m.
Damn.
Anyone else has no problem with that? Wonderful. And I should make this very clear. If, for any reason, any of you stab me or anyone else that is a part of the rusted knives in their back, she sticks the blade that she's been twisting into the table. You will be scarecrows for the new crops that we get to craft when we get to a beautiful new land. So it's either you join me or you join the buzzards. Bye-bye.
Are we walking out then?
I'm walking
Yeah,
out.
walk
Yeah.
out.
So as we walk out then, so there's like, as I understood it, this cave, there's the line barrier, and that's a good distance from the actual building itself. At least like 30 or so feet at least.
So there's the full cave, obviously, that you walked into, and then there's like a section where the cave kind of like loops around, or like an alcove sort of area. That's just like a sort of like a room within the cave, and then there's within this large opening, an opening is called large opening. There is a building that sits, and then there's the magic line.
As we left, then, and as we were approaching, well, actually, what I do is as I'm leaving, because I don't know about the barrier myself, but I would plan on using detect magic to see if anybody is watching me.
Okay.
Any eyes, and I imagine I see the barrier as well that I'm like 10 feet from, I guess.
Yes. So make an Arcana check for me.
Certainly. Oh yeah. Nat 20 for a 27.
Damn.
Natural 20.
Lord, dude.
Perfect.
Man, where are these
Cast
on?
it.
I'm rolling initiative.
So you cast detect magic. You see the arcane line around. You sort of look around to see if anyone's watching you, and you see an orb that floats in the air around you, and your instinct is fear. It's been described before. You know what Zelzibar looks like. Your heart drops. And then, you look at it a little closer at a glance. And the arcane is the magic. It's like a turquoise light sky blue color. A magic you've seen once before.
It's a boss.
From Kaku.
Disappointment.
So then I'll kind of look around at to see if there's anybody like outside looking at me.
No one's looking at you. They're just kind of walking by.
Yeah. So then I'll just kind of look at it.
Damn.
Sort of
Like a Walmart camera.
can't like yes no motion. They kind of just instead of looking.
And then I'll stop immediately before I cross through this barrier, and I'm gonna say, I'll pull out a little bit of that bat fur.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye.
Okay. Describe how this arcane eye is made. How it looks. What it looks like.
So I guess what it looked like for a second is I'd stop. It takes 6 seconds. Stop, hold the staff, and I'll just kind of whisper to be quiet. Arcane Eye. And there won't be any real visuals coming off of this because it is an invisible eye.
Okay.
So essentially, it just looked like I stopped for a second, maybe caught my breath. If you were looking really close, maybe you saw my lips move.
Okay.
And then I kept moving.
Okay.
The Arcane Eye itself will stay where it was, and it lasts an hour. Concentration.
Interesting.
And I'm going to have it go back towards the building.
Okay.
And into the building itself. It can fit through any gaps 1 inch in diameter.
Okay, so it goes and it slips underneath the door.
I just get visual information, normal vision and dark vision up to 30 feet. But I can look in every direction. I want to see what's going on behind there as we walk away.
Okay, so as you walk away and you close the door, her smile stays for, or I guess you go out and you cast it, so you don't see that part. Then you come back in and you see her remove the dagger from her table and sheath it. And then you see, so you don't get any verbal, right?
No, I could just see, I could see that they're talking,
Of course.
but I'd have to try and read lips if I wanted to.
You see Serena, her left hand, walk up to her with like an angry expression. And it's like not yelling at her, but like in like a consoling, seemingly like manner. Talking to her as Alandria sort of starts walking back behind the table and sits down. And Serena sort of is in the front of the table. It's like not scolding, because as you can tell from this one interaction, she's not in the position to scold, but it looks like it is in the manner of like a strong disapproval. Before Alandria sits down and mutters something and sort of waves her hand, and Serena sort of folds her hands, puts her head in her hand, starts going like this. Says one more thing, heads towards the door, stops as Alandria says something, and then Serena stops, and then opens the door.
Okay. And I'll say then what I was going to do with the rest of the time as we're like walking away, just to generally get an idea, is to kind of just scout the mine itself out to see if I can even like past just looking past what they have there, but like the cave itself, I wanted to see if I could see some kind of a connection deeper into maybe the abyss. It's the Arcane Eye.
So
it can go 30 feet in 6 seconds up to an hour. So
okay. So I guess how should I do this? Should I just like wait till the hour's done? Because what I'll tell you right now is that the cave delves into like separate openings and like passageways.
Mm-hmm.
There is one large passageway that's kind of off to the right hand side. That is like a ramp that leads down, natural formed ramp that leads down into the cave more, and you can tell that's probably where they keep like exploring to try and find an opening. So that's probably the area you go, and you can just move your eye deep into that area.
Just to get an idea, I did some quick math. That's 18,000 feet that I can move.
Then in the hour, I will say this just in general. Most of it is the eye moving around and trying to find the next like passageway and delving into like a maze almost.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as you can tell, I'll just say we'll just call it 30 minutes for now. The eye doesn't find an end. It just keeps moving and moving and moving. But nothing that looks like the abyss that you know. Just like a deeper cave system. But
Okay.
it's possible.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys exit. And Fenny goes, well, that went well. As well as it could have gone.
I don't want her there.
Why did you agree to it then?
We don't have any other option. It's either that or we came to Solheim for nothing and we leave.
It's fine. It won't matter. She'll go in and do whatever the hell she wants to go find. And we'll do what we need to go find.
She has ambitions of making Solheim grovel.
That
The Ashfordshire and the Waverley Shire. She
her
doesn't care.
There's
her
gotta be
ambition-
another way. How are you supposed to get in there like normally?
Have power. Have power. Have Esmeralda's signed blessing.
At the
That is
very
cool.
least,
You can't just like make the one up, like forge it. Like,
Something like that is going to go straight to her, and if the intention is that we don't want her to know until the place is burned down, this is the best option, in my opinion.
at the very least, what I can tell you is that I know for a fact that she's not going to rat us out. We can at least trust that much.
How do you know that?
I cast a spell to detect her thoughts.
Ballsy. I love
Clever.
it. I respect it.
what if
Wow.
you just like get
So
the
the
thing
coin
she
was-
wants?
I will also mention, I'll be blatant. Any thoughts of any other option other than a Landry was out of the question the second we walked through that door. Now she knows what we want. What you guys want, sorry.
And she'll stop us from getting in.
Would she if she knew what the plan was? The alternative? Esmeralda completing her mission?
I don't know if that's of consequence to her. She has us in a chokehold no matter what.
Well,
If she
yes,
doesn't get to go, we don't get to go, as long as we're here.
but if we don't go, this city is going to turn into a city of the dead.
Yeah, I don't like that one. That sounds like a bad idea. Me personally.
As far as Alandri's concerned, she would probably, if something broke out from the Waverley Shire, she'd take everyone in the slums and run.
But we already know that Esmeralda's been experimenting with people. I can only assume, having been around, she's taking from the slums and the Waverley Shire alike. But
Don't get this misunderstood. This is my home too. And I don't want anybody dying or getting injured from this. If what you just said is true, that she's Esmeralda taking people from the slums and using them and killing them, then this has just begun to involve me.
Just experimenting on them. In her lair under her house. 60 people, I think it said so far, or was it 30? One of the two.
can't remember. But my point being, if she means even a small amount of what she said, that she cares about the slums, I think she'd take issue with that too.
The problem is that she only cares about the slums. She doesn't care about the rest of Solheim.
She's using us. Might as well use her.
Well, I mean, Solheim's not a great place, let's be honest here.
That doesn't mean the Waverley Shire and Ashfordshire should die.
But let's remember, we're not killing Esmeralda. We're just stopping her plans of becoming a lich. if Esmeralda came back here right now, even without lich powers, no one here can stand up to her.
I forgot to mention she's a top of and a black dragon. So
Yeah, did we not mention the dragon part?
yeah, we need to finish this before she gets here.
Is it okay to
That's-
smoke in here?
Yeah,
Fennec?
smoke.
Yeah.
Oh
This
gosh.
is
Can
probably
we go
You know,
see Lucy?
I can't go to sleep unless not early.
You know, I'll take one of those now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Timing.
Oh great,
Time.
everybody's taking the.
Timing.
Birdman,
I just
why
look at
don't you
Tyga.
get some? Let's all take
I,
it.
I just look at Tyga and I go, timing.
Well,
Oh.
this isn't the place to dawdle.
Can we?
One
let's go
last
see
thing.
Lucy.
As we're gonna head out, as we're kind of like walking to Lucy, I guess. Sorry.
Start moving. What's good, Dalen?
Well, this won't mean anything to you, but Kaku was checking in on us.
Okay.
I think.
Kaku?
I'm pretty sure.
So he's. I mean, he knows we're not dead. That's good.
True.
Maybe
At least
maybe
he's
the
alive.
council knows now.
That's
Well-
what? Oh,
Presumably, if he was using the scry spell, like I saw he was, he may have seen our deal, heard it.
well. All we can do is move forward. Deal with the
It is what it
repercussions
is.
after our plan is done, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Or we can just get the hell out of Dodge.
I can't leave here without doing what we came here to do.
No, I mean after.
Oh. Oh, yeah, we're leaving here. We're getting out of here. Later. That's a later thing. Yarn.
wait. All right. So let me get this. I just want to make sure I understand this perfectly because I want to know what I'm dealing with. Esmeralda is some crazy mage to start.
Mhm.
Yes.
She is planning something within her manner to become a lich to
Yes.
take over or to become undead, immortal,
Mhm.
and
Unkillable.
Functionally.
unkillable, functionally unkillable.
Functionally, yes.
Okay. She's not here right now, but she's coming back in 3 days
Mm-hmm.
atop a black dragon.
Mm-hmm.
God,
To create an army of the dead.
All right, let's get it going then.
Oh, she's also bringing Ranford back from the dead, making him a lich.
So that's why we want to stop it.
Or just bringing him back. I don't know. It's
All right,
unclear.
well, let's go ahead and get this going real quick, like, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Let's go see Lucy. All right, and just you know what? You'll be fine. Let's go.
What? No, you have to tell me now.
it's all
No, you
good.
have
It's
to
all
tell me
fine.
now. You can't
No,
just
no.
do that, Finn.
I'm sure-
You know. I hate when you do
You're good,
that.
and
You know I hate it.
as
Find out
you
next
are
time.
walking down the, as you walk down the cave entrance here, or the cave pathway towards the door of Lucky Lucy, he gets to the door, says, "All right, let's go." As you are less than 12 hours away. That's not true. You're less than 24 hours away from the attack on the Wyvern Peak Manor of Esmeralda Altier. That is where we are going to be ending today's session. It is imminent. You are close to the end
Ice time!
of your life.
I love me a high
We're
start.
about-
I love me a high start.
I gotta see the Act 1 curtains close. We go to the mansion, Esmeralda shows up, she kills us all.
Yeah, new characters, boy. Let's go.
Act 1 is over. And Act 1 actually meant campaign 1.
Yo, you two, you're crazy. when we get into this, and instead of like session whatever, it says turning point.
Yep.
Yo.
Oh, turning
Let's
point's
just put Brandon on.
crazy.
That's,
It's an anthology series.
And jot that down real quick.
Yeah, it's
You're
an
classic.
anthology series.
You writing that down there, Brandon? Seems like you just wrote something down.
Oh no, I'm not writing that down. That's been.
No, that's already been planned. What are you talking about?
Brandon has turning points.
Yeah. We've had this conversation already. But with the aid of ER and Landry, the Iron Rogue, Serena will be there too. We'll get into the Waverly Shire. Let's see if you can, what you can find in that Trump's Manor. Get your flower ready. Let's go find those freaking tripwires, baby. Let's go.
Lucy's got lung cancer, bro.
Yeah. No.
Gentlemen, next Sunday, I will not be
Before
able
we
to
get to
attend
that,
D&D.
before we get to
But
that,
yes, just
ladies
before
and
you
gentlemen,
leave. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Session 44, session 45. Oh, was it 50?
No.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Don't smoking.
Is it Sunday yet?
Is it Sunday?